when they found out they won overall.
It's now time for high school football week number 8. Tonight we feature the Cambridge Springs Blue Devils and the Cochranton Cardinals. Tonight's broadcast is being brought to you in part by Bausch's Service Station, MK Plumbing and Heating and Air Conditioning, Girardi LP, by Patterson's Auto Wrecking, Greg New Welding, Walker Brothers Chevy, Howard Hanna Bainbridge Kaufman Real Estate, McCandless Ford. They have locations in Meadville and Mercer. They present The Red Zone, ZombieFightNight.com, by Armstrong, Flicks TV and Appliance, Westbury United Methodist Retirement Community, and by The Area Shopper. Good evening, everybody. Another beautiful night for football here in October. Chuck Stomp, Gary Patton, Joe Vilke to bring you all the action. Cool TV, cool radio tonight. So we are getting ready for all the activity here for tonight. Of course, last week, Cambridge Springs coming off a tough loss to Lakeview. They were knocked out of first place. Lakeview Sailors all alone in first place in the region. Meanwhile, the Cochranton Cardinals playing very good football this year. They are now tied with Cambridge Springs. Both teams have records of 4-1 in the region. We should have a good battle down here tonight. Conditions look like they are ideal. Field's in good shape, and once again, no rain in the forecast, at least for tonight. Things not looking good for the weekend, but we hope it stays away because they have a big event going on at Conneaut Lake Park. It is the Fall Pumpkin Fest, and of course tomorrow is going to be the Fall Pumpkin Fest Parade downtown Conneaut Lake. Cool 101.7, we will be in the parade. And also Joe Vilke and Susie Q, our morning lady, well, they will be announcing it on Armstrong. So they have been doing that for many, many years. So
it's been a few years, Chuck. Good evening. How are you?
Good evening, Joe. How's things going with you as we wait for Big Gear to roll in here from Ashtabula?
Well, he'll be here eventually, so we're getting ready. They're just finishing up their senior night activities here at Cochranton High School. Our friends on Cool TV will be able to see that, and they're getting ready to bring the teams out on the field. Some extra pictures getting taken here this evening. So senior night, such a big night here at all of the schools, and a lot of them have gotten it all in already.
Yes, they have.
Tonight's such a nice night for it.
It is
sneak it
a beautiful night. It's going to cool down into the 40s for her out here tonight. So
oh no, they're going to say that for after midnight tonight, Chuck.
Oh, is that what it's going to be?
That forecast has been canceled.
Oh, it's going to stay a balmy 60 throughout the game?
Yeah, 60. Let's go with that.
Well, okay, we'll go with it, but
I don't know if the air is going to go with it, but we're going to go with it. We're just going to pretend it's 60.
Absolutely correct. Should be a good one. It looks like Big Gear has entered the house here, and he is ready to step in here with the headset on here very shortly, and we'll get ready to go with the action here. Cool 101.7 and Cool TV. And good evening, Gary.
Good evening, Chuck. Everybody out there, good to be back in the saddle once again. Also to Joe Vilke, of course, who runs the camera every Friday night. Fantastic job, Cool TV. We are Cool 101.7 FM. Friday night already again.
Yeah, said it. 8th week already. Only 2 more to go, Gary, before we begin District 10 playoffs in about 3 weeks.
Unbelievable. I was listening to Tim on the way in, and he said it's week 8, and it's like, wow, it hasn't sunk in yet until you get here and see all the fans, and they're talking to me. I'm like, hey, got to cut it short, got to get up there. But it's great to see them, and it's hard to believe already 2 months has flown by. Wow.
Always has. We said it.
What a great time.
We said it in week number 1. Look out. It'll be over for you know it. Here we only got 2 weeks left. Well, reflecting back to last week's game, Gary, Cambridge Springs come in with a lot of enthusiasm, but I think maybe a little bit more for the Lakeview Sailors after the incident took place on the Thursday night prior to that night with the loss of 3 individuals from Lakeview High.
Well, I tell you what, they came to win and play football, and they did. I mean, it was an awesome game. You don't want to see anybody lose, but unfortunately somebody does. And I tell you what, if they ever meet again, I tell you what, the Blue Devils will have a different outcome on that. No doubt about it. But I tell you what, it was a great game played by both teams.
That it was. Well, they jumped off and made a statement early, jumped up 14-0. They looked unstoppable in the first couple drives.
They did. It was, just great football, great ball handling, running, passing, and I tell you, just did a fantastic job. And I tell you what, next thing you know, the Blue Devils are like, no, this isn't going to happen, and they come right back. So
but as soon as they scored, Lakeview tacked on another one.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, they were up 21-6.
Yeah, it went back and forth, leaning, of course, obviously over to the Sailors, and of course, the final outcome, them getting a win on the road. So.
Lakeview now taking the lead in the region with tonight and 2 more weeks remaining, so quite possibility they could win the region, but Cambridge can't really do anything against them because they don't play them again.
No, not at all.
Now is the idea of getting good position for the playoffs and get a better seed, coming in maybe number 2 or 3.
Right, and the thing is the Blue Devils are here on the road. They got to win this one. Of course, they would be the edge and be the favorite, but I tell you what, Cochranton, they're going to be the spoiler coming in here. They're here on their home field. They always play tough. You can't take it for granted.
No, absolutely not. Of course, Cochranton last week, big win over Reynolds. Reynolds always a powerhouse. They're down this year, but you got to beat those teams. And Cochranton did it.
And they did it. And I believe they were on the road, correct?
Yeah, I think they were here last week.
Okay, they were here. All right. My mistake, but nevertheless, still a big win. They were here at home. And once again, there's your home favorite. But nevertheless, a win's a win.
Absolutely, you got to, because right now, if Cochranton would win this one, they'd leap over Cambridge Springs into second place.
Yeah, and really the momentum you would think would be over to Cochranton right now, coming off that big win. They did it once. Can they do it again?
Time will tell. Next week, it will be Cochranton traveling to Maplewood. So this is the last home game for Cochranton. They have a bye the last week of the season.
Wow. And I did see it was senior night as I come in here, and once again, a good crowd on hand. And as always, they support the team so well down here. But nevertheless, their last game here before they go on the road for the final. So, wow.
All right.
Maplewood taking a few bumps this year.
Yeah,
though.
and the way it looks, the way District 10 has it all mapped up in the brackets, they're taking 8 teams.
8
teams are going to, they qualify. If they don't want to go, they can drop out. But the bracket says 8 right now, so we'll see what happens right now. It looks very good, of course, for Lakeview, Cambridge Springs, Cochranton, and then in the other region, you have Eisenhower, and atop that one there, as they continue to roll, is trying to think of the other team. I had it on the edge of my tongue and forgot about it, but we'll get that up. Oh, Mercyhurst Prep, I think, is the other one, so always a tough team. We're going to take our first time out on the pregame show. Back to Cochranton with more. It is the Blue Devils and the Cardinals tonight. Cool 101.7 and Cool TV will take a 2-minute timeout. Bausch's service station in Cambridge Springs now carries Chem Tool racing fuel to go on with non-ethanol gas. Bausch's is your full service station with state inspections, most general repairs, and power flushes radiators. Bausch's service station, 201 Venango Avenue in downtown Cambridge Springs. Phone 398-2782 for reliable and friendly service. Bausch's service station, downtown Cambridge Springs.
MK Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning is a family-owned and operated business with over 15 years of experience. Corey and his crew can get your problem fixed and you back to living your life in no time. MK services most of Crawford County and Erie County. With their licensed and insured installers and techs, you are guaranteed to get a trained and trusted person every time you call. And they service residential and light commercial. MK is now your local certified carrier dealer. That's MK Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning. Call them at 814-282-4265.
From home to school and back again, Girardi LP has safely transported students in the Cochranton area for over 60 years. Whether you need a bus for wedding parties, birthday celebrations, engagement parties, class reunions, whatever your next transportation needs are, considering calling Girardi LP. Girardi LP is glad to support all Cochranton athletes. We are delivering the future. Girardi LP, 7619 Vincent Road, Cochranton. Phone 425-3603, 425-3603 for Girardi LP.
Patterson's Auto Wrecking in Cochranton has been serving the surrounding area since 1958. They carry used auto and truck parts and a large selection of new aftermarket parts. Patterson's has a variety of used and rebuilt vehicles for sale. Patterson's ships parts across the country. Call 814-425-7415 or toll free 800-822-2028. Open Monday through Friday 8 to 5, Saturday 8 to noon. Patterson Auto Wrecking is located 3 miles south of Cochranton on Old Route 322.
This is Cool TV.
Welcome right back to Cochranton High School, where we have football tonight. It is the Cardinals, it is the Blue Devils. Cambridge Springs started off the season with the first 6 victories in a row, knocking off Kennedy Catholic, Eisenhower, Maplewood, Reynolds, Iroquois, and Sagertown before last week's loss to Lakeview 28-12 in that contest. Meanwhile, for the Cochranton Cardinals, they opened up with a non-region loss to Eisenhower. Then they had 3 victories in a row, knocking off Sagertown, Kennedy Catholic, and Mercer. Then they took on the league-leading Lakeview Sailors. Yeah, but it was a tight ball game, Gary. They only lost that to the Sailors, and that game was in Stoneboro, 20-12.
Close one right there, no doubt about it. Well, even last week, 28-22, another close one there. You know, I mean, you're talking a touchdown difference there. That, you know, could have tied the game and kicked the field goal and possibly won the game. But nevertheless, a close game. They couldn't pull it off. And look at that. Lakeview continues to roll. And
meanwhile, then last week, they were taking on Reynolds. Come away, as we told you, 28-14. So 2 teams are ready to go head-to-head tonight. Find out what happens, of course, as we watch the Cambridge Springs Blue Devils last week against Lakeview. Take a look at some of those stats in that victory.
Good evening, football fans. Cochranton High School, through its athletic department, extends to each of you a warm
I think they need to turn the PA system up a little louder.
Wow.
Wow.
I hear you.
Coaches and spectators.
For the Cambridge Springs Blue Devils, Morgan Appleby, their quarterback, he attempted a total of 7 passes, completed just 3 for 61 yards. Also, Brandon Hoover was in there. He completed a total of 1 for 44 yards. In the backfield, though, it was Washington had 5 carries, 24 yards. Morgan Appleby, he carried 4 times for 8. Preston Gorton, he had 9 for a total of 34. And as we turn over the page, we will find out the rest of the backfield for the Blue Devils. It was Gorton. He carried 6 times for a total of 6 yards. Mazzario had a total of 1 carry for 1 yard. And Cania, best on the night, 14 carries, 65 yards. Mazzario had a touchdown for the Blue Devils, as did Preston Gorton. He had a total of 2 in the ball game. But Gary, Cambridge Springs going into that Lakeview game last week, no one had given up more. It's 41 points. They had scored against everybody but the Lakeview Sailors and shut down definitely last week.
Well, Lakeview, again, as you talked about it, Chuck had a great job of coming out and getting the points on there. And then, of course, the Blue Devils came right back, and they answered. And then it was, like you said, it was 21-6. Next thing you know, it was 21-14. And then, of course, we got into the third quarter. Lakeview scored again. The Blue Devils, though, they're getting right back in there and scored again. So anything's possible. I mean, it's hard to...
Yep, 28-22 the final.
Yeah, and they were coming back. I thought they were going to get down there. Maybe, you know, if they had scored a touchdown, obviously 6 more, they'd have tied the game. It really would have been a barn burner, but didn't happen.
Nope, it did not happen, and so the Sailors, as we stated, in first place. On the season for Cambridge Springs, it is Appleby. He has completed a total of 25 of 39 attempts for 533 yards. He is averaging 21.3 per pass, and he's thrown for a total of 5 touchdowns. He has been intercepted a total of 3 times. And as we told you in the backfield, it is Brett Canna. He has a total of 95 carries on the season, 772 yards carry. He is averaging over 8 yards per carry.
And you'll take that all night long.
And right behind him for the Blue Devils, and of course, he has also scored a total of 13 touchdowns. Next behind him is a couple that's already had over 300 yards. Preston Gorton, he has 37 carries, 377 yards. He has 6 downs. He is averaging close to 6.5 yards per play. And then it is Josh Gordon. He has 56 carried, 370 yards. So they have 3 players, 772 yards, 350, and 377.
Well, you talked about the Blue Devils. They kept it on the ground a lot, and there's no doubt they only passed it twice in the first half, came back and passed it 5 times in the second half, and they were 4 for 7. I had them. They did have 1 turnover, and that's something you got to watch, obviously. But then the penalties weren't that bad. They had 4 penalties for 35 yards.
So on the season, Cambridge Springs has carried 277 times for 1,980 yards, averaging, once again, the whole team over 7 yards per play. The longest was 43, and they've had 5 different games that they've had over 100 plus yards, and they have total touchdowns of 37 on the season.
So right back to, like I was saying, they don't have to take it to the air. When you're getting that kind of yardage, Chuck, and I've mentioned it before, anytime you're getting 4 to 5 average, a coach will take that all night long.
Oh, absolutely.
March up and down the field, get your first downs, eat up the clock, and score.
Preston Gorton for Cambridge Springs has caught 11 passes, 269 yards, and he has a total of 4 touchdowns for the Cambridge Springs Blue Devils on the receiving end. Also, you have Josh Gordon. He has a total, he just caught 1 pass for 33 yards. So they have 26 receptions, 576 yards, averaging 22.2 per catch, and total of 5 touchdowns, Gary.
So the thing about the Blue Devils and the Lakeview Sailors, neither one of them passed a lot. Blue Devils were 4 for 7. Lakeview Sailors 4 for 6. They kept it on the ground, and that's what I got such a kick out of it, is watching both of the lines. We talked about the offense-defensive line, and that's where I feel the game is won and lost at. But, boy, last week they did a great job battling out there. Both of them lines, just huge lines, great job, offense-defense for both of them teams last week. Look for it again tonight.
All right, we'll come right back after we take this time out on Cool 101.7 and Cool TV. More high school football tonight. It is Cambridge Springs right here in Cochranton.
Patterson's Auto Wrecking in Cochranton has been serving the surrounding area since 1958. They carry used auto and truck parts and a large selection of new aftermarket parts. Patterson's has a variety of used and rebuilt vehicles for sale. Patterson's ships parts across the country. Call 814-425-7415 or toll free 800-822-2028. Open Monday through Friday 8 to 5, Saturday 8 to noon. Patterson Auto Wrecking is located 3 miles south of Cochranton on Old Route 322.
Bausch's service station in Cambridge Springs now carries Cam Tool racing fuel to go on with non-ethanol gas. Bausch's is your full service station with state inspections, most general repairs, and power flushes radiators. Bausch's service station, 201 Venango Avenue in downtown Cambridge Springs. Phone 398-2782 for reliable and friendly service. Bausch's service station, downtown Cambridge Springs. From home to school and back again, Girardi LP has safely transported students in the Cochranton area for over 60 years. Whether you need a bus for wedding parties, birthday celebrations, engagement parties, class reunions, whatever your next transportation needs are, considering calling Girardi LP. Girardi LP is glad to support all Cochranton athletes. We are delivering the future. Girardi LP, 7619 Vincent Road, Cochranton. Phone 425-3603, 425-3603 for Girardi LP.
MK Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning is a family-owned and operated business with over 15 years of experience. Corey and his crew can get your problem fixed and you back to living your life in no time. MK services most of Crawford County and Erie County. With their licensed and insured installers and techs, you are guaranteed to get a trained and trusted person every time you call. And they service residential and light commercial. MK is now your local certified Carrier dealer. That's MK Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning. Call them at 814-282-4265.
This is Cool TV.
And we welcome you right back here to Cochranton. It is seniors night. They had that presentation prior to tonight's game as we get ready for Cambridge Springs Blue Devils and the Cochranton Cardinals. Gary, as we started before, big ball game for both ball clubs trying to decide second place right now with only 2 weeks to go.
Well, I tell you what, and with the Blue Devils losing last week, that helped out the Cardinals big time. But now the Cardinals got it in their hands right now. They've got to win tonight. Once again, this is a huge game right here at Cochranton. Once again, as you can tell, it is senior night. If you can't hear the guy, I think we could hear him down at Cochranton, from Cochranton to Cambridge Springs.
All right, we might just turn the play-by-play over to him
I
tonight.
tell you what.
Anyway, the last time we were down here in Cochranton, it was Sagertown, so it's been a few times since we've been down here, a few weeks. And anyway, and the last time we was down here, Cochranton easily handled Sagertown 45-0. A good job by their quarterback. And, of course, that this year for the Cardinals is Walker Carroll. He took over for Noah Cummings, who quarterback last year for the Cardinals. He's now gone in the backfield. He's doing a good job of rushing for them.
And I tell you what, Sagertown, they had lost the star quarterback. He was like in the first quarter, he got injured and he got out. And I think there was another player that was also, so they lost like 2 starters in the first quarter. Devastated Sagertown, and boy, I tell you what, then the wheels really fell off the cart the rest of the night.
Yeah, that it did as the Cardinals rolled, having that running clock in the second half. And last week was probably the best game we had of the season, Gary, which the game was close because we've had a lot of blowouts.
Well, there's been a lot of blowouts this year, no doubt about it. Whether we're covering them or not, there's been a lot. But I tell you what, that was a great game. Can't emphasize that enough. Last week, both teams coming in there undefeated, and the circumstances with Lakeview, they came in there to win. You know what I mean? And they did. It's just a great job.
Another player you're going to hear from Cochranton tonight will be Blake Folk, senior 5'11", 150, one of the halfbacks. Him along with Cummings doing the running in the backfield for the Cardinals, and Isaiah Long, senior 5'11", 175.
Well, they got some good talent. There's no doubt about it. And once again, is
Hardware. Got good Husqvarna saws up there. Stop in and look.
Oh, no, Cummings, he's a senior 5'10", 190. Walker Carroll, their quarterback, he is a sophomore at 6 foot, 170 pounds. When you look at the Cambridge Springs Blue Devils, Morgan Appleby, their quarterback, is a junior 5'10", 210. Backfield, Jordan Washington, he is a wideout freshman, only a freshman, fine job throughout the season. We followed Cambridge Springs at 5'8", 150. Then you have Preston Gordon, running back, senior 5'9", 160. Josh Gordon, running back, senior 5'7", 150. Tristan Mazzarda is a tight end, 6'2". He caught a couple kite passes last week for the Blue Devils. And, of course, Brett Canna, what a job he does in the backfield. Their running back, their leading rusher, sophomore, 5'11", 175 pounds. As we get ready for the Cardinals to come out onto the field, the banner set up, cheerleaders are out there, and once again, Big Gare will have a chance to view this award-winning Cochranton High School marching band.
And always a pleasure to come down here and hear that band year in and year out. Absolutely phenomenal. Such a small band, but a powerhouse. Awards, as you had said, Chuck, year after year, several awards as wherever they're performing in competition, on the road, always winning awards, and I can see why. But good to see the Cambridge Springs Blue Devils marching band on the far side, too. So
we watched them last week,
We had the privilege of watching them, too. Another small band with a loud bang noise, and I love it. As you can tell right now, Blue Devils making their way onto the field. Of course, you can hear the Cochranton band as they make their way onto the other end of the field.
Right on cue.
Boy, I tell you what. Friday night football in the air.
It is a beautiful night for football here in Cochranton.
Last I checked, it was 55.
55, huh?
Double nickel.
No, we can handle that, Big Hair.
Absolutely.
We've been a lot worse.
Yes, we have.
But no problem down here in Cochranton. We even got a heated booth. How about that?
Hard to believe it's almost the middle of October. Wow. Yes, we do. Great facility down here, as always, as the Blue Devils make their way onto the field, the far side.
Halloween just around the corner.
That's hard to believe, too.
You going to make it over to the Pumpkin Fest, Connie, I'd like?
Probably not, but I'd like to do the Meadville Parade.
Well,
hand out candy. I love that.
That's all scheduled, Big Hair.
All right.
We can do that.
I'll be there.
That's 2 weeks from tomorrow night.
2 weeks from tomorrow night.
2 weeks from tomorrow night.
I got it marked down.
Time for all the ghosts and the goblins. This year's theme, heroes and villains.
Heroes and villains.
Yes.
Well, that ought to be interesting.
Yes, it should be. We're not far away from tonight's opening kickoff here. Time right now is 6:55, so Cochranton Band will be getting out of there. We'll have the playing of our national anthem very, very shortly. Then they'll have the Cochranton alma mater and have the meeting of the captains at midfield. And believe it or not, this contest will be underway, as we keep telling you, week number 8.
Well, I tell you what, a lot going on, too. You're talking about the Pumpkin Festival going on. Over where I live, we got the Covered Bridge Festival.
We used to go over and cover that many, many years.
Yeah, over at the Jefferson Fairgrounds, the Asheville County Fairgrounds right there. The biggest covered bridge in the United States. I live a mile from it. So.
Do they still have that good bean soup?
Oh, yeah, always.
Kettle?
Always. The Lions Club.
Yeah.
They get there a couple days ahead of time. They're probably cooking it right now.
I bet they are.
There's a bowl with your name on it.
Ready to go.
A bowl with your name on it.
Here
we
the
go.
Cardinals.
Senior night from Cochranton. Friday night football, Cool 101.7 FM, along with Cool TV, Joe Velke, Chuck Stop, Big Gear.
We're just about ready to roll. The Cardinals coming out in the all red shirts along with the gray pants and the red and the white helmets with a big cardinal on the side of the helmet. Meanwhile, across the way for the Cambridge Springs Blue Devils, they come out on the field as we get ready for our national anthem. The Blue Devils in the dark pants, the white jersey. Now, ladies and gentlemen, national anthem. I want to remind you, you're listening to WMVL, Linesville, Meadville, as the Cochranton High School Marching Band performs the Cochranton alma mater. All right, we're just about ready for the meeting of the captains at midfield along with the officials, and our broadcast here on Cool and Cool TV will be getting underway. Do want to remind you, our broadcast brought to you by Patterson's Auto Wrecking, Girardi LP, MK Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, Bosch's Service Station, ZombieFightNight.com. Got a couple more weeks for that. McCandless Ford, they have locations in Meadville and Mercer, presenting the Red Zone. Howard Hanna, Bainbridge Kaufman Real Estate, Walker Brothers Chevy, and Greg Newell Welding. And right now we have the captains for the Cochranton Cardinals.
Coming to midfield.
And for the Cardinals, we have Blake Folk, Noah Cummings. Also for the Cardinals, we have Dawson Carroll. And also finally for the Cardinals, number 51, Brian Lee. Should say Blaine Lee. Meanwhile, for Cambridge Springs, see who their captains are out there. And when they turn around, there we go.
Toss and your left to receive the ball.
For Cambridge Springs, number 84 is out on the field. That is Nathan Duda. Also, Josh Gordon, Christian Mazzarda, and Kenny, and we're ready to go.
Cardinals will receive as the Blue Devils will kick off as we get this game underway. Friday Night Football, once again, Cool 101.7 FM, along with Cool TV.
Okay, back
We welcome you aboard.
And number 15, Cole Schmidt, as the Blue Devils make their way onto the field. Have to kick the ball away. Looks like it'll be number 32. That's Brett
Canup will be kicking off for
Naya.
Cambridge Springs. Schmidt back for the Cardinals. And also Falk. Ball is teed up. This football game on Cool and Cool TV is about to get underway from Cochranton. Week number 8 is underway. Short kick, grab it about the 27, 30, 35, 40. Brought down just short of the 40-yard line. And it looks like it's brought back by Dawson Carroll.
Patterson on the tackle, number 17 on the kickoff team for the Blue Devils. Made the tackle there.
So we are ready to go.
Good ball position at the 37. They got, just not too bad right there. About 10-yard return.
And they'll come up in the shotgun. Hand the ball up left side, trying to get around the corner. Finally stacked up, not much, maybe to the 48-yard along with the run for the Cardinals.
Great job by the Blue Devils defense. Who is that? 67.
Gain of 2.
Coming off the bottom there. Carson led the way. Looks like they got about 2 out of it.
Yes.
All right. 2nd and 8 it is. Ball placed at the 39.
They'll break the huddle. Tight end left, wide receiver to the right. Pitch the ball out, trying to bring it up the middle and stacked up and brought down. Not much of a game right there as Cummings will take the ball out maybe to the 42-yard line. Got about 2.5 yards before he was brought down.
Boy, a couple of tough ones. Who was that, 76 in on the tackle, looked like? Green.
So 3rd down and about 6. Cardinals moving from left to right.
Green, a junior, on that defensive line for the Blue Devils. Here we go, 3rd down, 6.
Carroll under center, pitches the ball back to Blake. Blake trying to get to the outside. Boy, the Blue Devils are there. Stop him and push him way back. They're going to say about the 41-yard lines where he stopped. No gain on that one.
Washington in there on that one. Number 5, looked like 23 also coming off the pile for the Blue Devils. So, boy, just like that.
No place to go.
Yeah, 3 and out. No blocking at all on that one. I tell you what. They forced the punt.
4th down here for Cardinals. Cummings back to punt it away.
Cummings will punt it away. Waiting for the snap at the 30-yard line. Gets it. Kicks it away. High kick.
Nice kick, though.
Taken way back at the 20, 25, 30. Up the middle of the field. Changing his field
Still
now.
going.
Stopped at the 40.
Fumble.
Fumbled in. See who got that ball. Cardinals say they got it, but we'll wait for the officials.
Cummings is taken by Preston Gordon. And he makes a couple moves.
And the Cardinals did get the ball. Wow.
Mistake early by Cambridge Springs. Cochranton gets it again.
Ball rate smack dab at the 25-yard line. 1st and 10 Cardinals.
golden opportunity for Cochranton
Boy,
right off the bat.
Yes, absolutely. Big break right here, 9:44 on the clock.
That got Cambridge in trouble last week, remember, for the second touchdown. Boy, I think Lakeview took over like the 41-yard line. 3 plays, they were into the end zone.
Yes, they were. Can the Cards do it from the 25?
Carroll under center. Fake handoff. Then it's going to be a little counter this time to Folk. He'll go no place. Blake gets nailed. See if he even got back to the line of scrimmage. Think he did, and
Barely.
he was stopped. No
Great.
gain on the play.
I tell you what, great job once again by the defensive line for the Blue Devils. Shutting them down, staying low in the gap. Boy, you got the ball. The running back tried to hit the hole, and boy, I tell you what, they're right there to bring him down. Wrap him up, bring him down. Good tackling. 2nd and 10.
Carroll up under center again. Once again, got to hand that ball off. Right tackle, no place to go.
Somebody on
Stopped over right tackle.
22 shot in there and grabbed him by the leg and brought him down.
Cummings will go maybe 1 tough yard, that's all, before he is stopped. 3rd down and 9 for the Cardinals. No score in this one with
8:35 on the clock. Here we go, 3rd down and 9.
back to the line of scrimmage. Man in motion, that is Blake. Rolling out, looking, throwing, tipped away and incomplete.
Pass is intended for Blake Folk.
Folk was the intended receiver, but well beyond him, incomplete.
Throws it a little high, incomplete, 4th down.
So it's 4th down for the Redbirds. Boy, what a golden opportunity here, Gary. Can't move the ball.
He was wide open coming across it. The ball was just thrown high. I mean, he threw it on the scramble, but he just threw it too high. So it's 4th down and 9. You got the ball at the what, 24?
Side of the field, they're definitely going to go for it.
Might as well.
Ball just inside the 25-yard line.
Unless you got a kicker that can put it through for 3, and that's not going to happen.
Nope.
All right, here we go.
Cummings looking. Going to run with the ball. Fumbled the ball. Cambridge has got it. 25-30, 35-40.
He is gone.
Midfield. Nobody is close to him. All the way to go. That is Yonkin on the touchdown. 75-yard return. May have been farther than that because he fumbled that ball forward. May have been close to 80 yards.
That was huge right there. It hit the ground. He
Popped right into him.
Yep, come running, picked it right up on the bounce, took off, never looked back. No flags on it, so it's all good. 6-0 Blue Devils, just like that. 8:04 on the clock as we get ready for the point after. Both teams with a turnover, but that one proved to be costly.
That one it definitely did. Nobody, I mean, he hit everybody by about 10 yards when he got into the end zone.
He picked it up on the bounce and just took off running. Never looked back. Nobody around him at all. You're right, Chuck. 6-0 Blue Devils.
Appleby.
They're setting up to go for 2.
Yes, they are with Appleby.
Handoff.
Can't hit. He's trying to get into the end zone. He is in there for the extra 2-point conversion. Cambridge Springs takes an 8-0 early lead. Timeout on Cool 101.7, 60-second timeout. Cambridge Springs 8, Cochranton nothing.
Bringing the score.
Patterson's Auto Wrecking in Cochranton has been serving the surrounding area since 1958. They carry used auto and truck parts and a large selection of new aftermarket parts. Patterson's has a variety of used and rebuilt vehicles for sale. Patterson's ships parts across the country. Call 814-425-7415 or toll free 800-822-2028. Open Monday through Friday 8 to 5, Saturday 8 to noon. Patterson Auto Wrecking is located 3 miles south of Cochranton on Old Route 322.
From Cool 101.7 Radio, this is Cool TV.
All right, Cambridge brings off to an 8-0 lead when it looked like Cochranton was going to get down the field with a great field position. Couldn't do it, fumbled it away, and it was reserved for a touchdown. Cochranton gets to bring the ball up the field, but the knee goes down, stoppage in play, and the Cardinals will take over at their own 20-yard line.
Now he went to take off and his foot slipped. His knee hit the ground. The referee right there to blow the play dead. As Chuck said, ball placed at the 20, so now the Cardinals are down 8-0, 8:01 on the clock.
To win this game, they're going to have to show some offense, Gary.
Oh, man.
Boy, sluggish.
And the thing is you had another chance when they had the turnover.
Right,
that was huge right there. I don't know why he ran it on 4th and 9. Pitch back.
Trying to get back to the line. She breaks tackle, 25, 30, 35, near side of the field, and brought down. As Folk brings the ball up the field for good yardage before Tristan Mazzarda is there to bring him down.
Cardinals pick up their first down.
First down of the evening.
So they go for
There you go.
a total of 18 yards on that one.
Nice scamper between the right guard, right tackle.
Folk for 18, 1st and 10 Cardinals. Their first down of the night.
Absolutely get a little spark going here and try to get back into this game down 8-0. You're listening to Cool 101.7 FM, Friday Night Football.
And the ball, Cummings will take the ball over the 40 out to the 45-yard line.
Picked up 6 on that one. 2nd and 4, 7:15 first quarter.
And 4 for Cardinals.
So the Cardinals showing a little life after being down here now 8-0.
Well, they had, the offensive line and that, they had to kind of adjust to what the Blue Devils were doing there. They were shutting them down. So maybe we can get something going. 2nd and 4. Pitch
under
back.
center. Pitch that ball out. Trying to get to the outside. Once again, he is Blake Folk, and he's not going to go hardly any place. In fact, he may have lost a little yardage that time.
Spoke a little too soon on that one.
Might have been Schmidt again there for Blue Devils.
And they'll set the ball at the 44-yard line. So no gain on that
Looked
one.
like Carson was in on that one for Cambridge Springs. Here we go, 3rd down. Yeah, they definitely lost a yard or 2 on that one. This is crucial right here.
This time the ball is out to Folk, 45, and that's all. He is stopped right there.
They are doing a great job shutting down that run. Managed to get back to the 45, 4th down and 4.
Tackles shy of the 45-yard line, bring up 4th and 3.5.
So another 4th down for the Cardinals.
See what they like to do here.
First couple plays picked up them 18 yards, but then all of a sudden it's stalling out here now, and they'll punt the ball away. Got to right here at their own 45. Booming kick.
Nice
down the
punt.
field, 20, 15, 10. Grabbed at about the 8-yard line, brought up the field 20, and down.
He held on to it this time.
Tackle down inside the 20 where Cambridge Springs will take over.
Great job by the Cardinals on coverage there.
So the ball will be placed at around the 17, 18-yard line.
I'd say about the 17 where he's standing at. Of course, that's subject to change. Here we go.
And here come the Blue Devils.
17 it is.
Leading it 8-0. On the fumble, returned for the touchdown, then the extra 2-point conversion. First offensive play of the night for Cambridge Springs. He's stacked up. Kana there takes the ball maybe 1 yard to the 18-yard line.
Little delay handoff. Didn't fool the Cardinals at all.
Appleby doing the quarterbacking for the Blue Devils. Blue Devils with Preston Gordon, Josh Gordon, Kenny in that backfield. Picked up a lot of yards this year. Appleby in the shotgun. Hand the ball to Washington, trying to get around the corner. Got the corner, 25-30, 35-40, 45. He's to midfield. Down the far side of the field, one man to beat. They're not going to get him. He'll take it to the house for the touchdown. That's good from about 88, and let's make it 78 yards.
Swept to the right side, pulled the guards. Great job on the block end. He cut upfield, had one guy to beat. He beat him just like that. 14-0 Blue Devils. Couple of nice blocks thrown out front. He cut around the side and went right up the sideline for an easy 6.
And the Blue Devils off to an early run here, 14-0. Look to add to that right now. Last time they went for the extra 2-point conversion, and they got it. And they'll go for it one more time. Preston Gordon sent wide to the right. Appleby inside.
Quarterback
Company
keeper.
himself and goes to the end zone. Is he in?
He fumbled it.
He's in for the touchdown. Somebody must have fallen on it, or the extra 2-point conversion.
Tried to extend the ball out, he fumbles it, but then Cambridge falls on it. They say they do a 2-point conversion.
So the extra 2-point conversion, 16-0. Cambridge brings on a fumble return and then a long run by Washington. Let's take a 30-second timeout. Right back to Cochranton on Cool 101.7, Cool TV.
From home to school and back again, Girardi LP has safely transported students in the Cochranton area for over 60 years. Whether you need a bus for wedding parties, birthday celebrations, engagement parties, class reunions, whatever your next transportation needs are, considering calling Girardi LP. Girardi LP is glad to support all Cochranton athletes. We are delivering the future. Girardi LP, 7619 Vincent Road, Cochranton. Phone 425-3603, 425-3603 for Girardi LP.
Well, Cambridge Springs, after losing last week, has jumped out to a 16-0 lead over Cochranton here with 4:39 to go in the first quarter. And they will tee it up.
Media to kick it away for the Blue Devils, and full back deep for the Cardinals.
And the kick is away. Line drive down the middle field, up short, taking it to 32, cutting across the field, and being dragged down. And he lost some yardage there, trying to go to the left. Dawson Carroll was brought down. And so it will be 1st and 10 for the Cardinals. Last time they started their own 20. This time they'll start at their own 35-yard line.
Ball right at the 35, 4:33. It is 16-0 Blue Devils.
Carroll under center. One back behind him, and he's got the ball, pounds into the line. Nothing going again.
Stopped by Blue Devils.
Once again,
Shutting down that run.
Noah Cummings is stopped after a 1-yard gain.
Oh, excuse me.
He's had 5 carries tonight, a total of 8 yards.
Colt Proper on the tackle.
And the ball is at the 36-yard line on 2nd and 9. Back, fakes it, little play action, in trouble, looking, throwing the ball, gets batted down, incomplete. All kinds of pressure, 3 Blue Devils all over him there, and he had to get rid of it.
Yeah, he would have lost
Big yardage.
some real estate on that one, yeah. But he had a guy open.
Yeah, we couldn't get the ball to him.
Yeah,
The pressure was all over him.
Well, he's just like the first time he passed. Scrambled out of there, but but when he threw it, it was a little high the first time. This time, somebody got a hand on it. 3rd and 9.
Marco Carroll over, talks with his coach, and then he's back out on the
Basically,
field.
you're going to have to throw some quicker patterns, 4 or 5 yards and out, instead of trying to go deeper. Back to...
Drop play, fakes it, throws it.
Oh, where's the flag on that?
There it is.
Oh, that was terrible. Oh, that was way too obvious. He tackled him. The ball wasn't even there. Wow, that was...
The intended receiver to the Cardinals, Isaiah Long. And the infraction was going to cost them about 15 yards.
Oh, absolutely.
Not like in the NFL from the infraction, but from the line of scrimmage.
Cambridge Springs. So it'll be a first down.
First penalty tonight.
Automatic first down. And they'll march it off. And they'll take the ball down to around the 49-yard line of Cambridge Springs.
And the thing is, if the defensive back wouldn't have tackled him or hit him, the ball was thrown over him. It would have been incomplete and 4th and 9. But he just went right up like he was going to get the ball and tackled him. So cost him 15 yards and a first down. Here we go.
Cardinals in Blue Devil territory for the second time.
Fakes it again. Throws long.
Go down there again. And
there he is.
Oh, he couldn't reach it. Another step. He would have had that ball. Once again, Blake Folk, the intended receiver.
Puts a pretty good ball out there and bring up second.
Right off the tip of his fingers.
One more step, Gary. He'd had that in stride and gone.
He'd have been in the end
but
zone.
But not to be.
Yep.
Second down and 10 at the Cambridge Springs 49.5-yard line. It is 16-0 Devils. First period.
He's got the arm to do it.
Under center. Walker Carroll. Go back. Hands the ball off, trying to get to the 45 and to the 45-yard line. That time is going to be Cummings on the carry.
Made on the tackle there.
Noah will get about 3 yards.
45-yard line. 3rd and long.
Right there on the tackle for the Blue Devils was Preston Gorton. Coming up on the 3-minute mark of the first period and a 16-0 Cambridge Springs lead. Both these teams tied for second place in the region. Lakeview leads by 1 game after knocking off the Blue Devils last week.
3rd down and about 7.
This time, split backfield. They can then hand the ball off on the left side,
nice
breaking some tackle, but stops short of the first down. Folk, that time, Folk brought down.
For Cambridge Springs.
And he is stopped around the 42-yard line of Cambridge Springs.
Brandon Hoover got in there and made the tackle. If he'd have got past him, he could have had the first down. So great job by Hoover coming up from the secondary. Here we go. 4th down and about 3. Clock at 2:12. First quarter, we welcome you to Friday Night Football. It is 16-0 Blue Devils. Cardinals got the ball, and they're moving. Fourth down, going to go for it.
Once again, split backfield.
Take a roll of the dice.
Going to look, he's going to step up, and he's going to be brought down. Wrapped up.
Wow.
Wrapping him up, looked like number 52 for the Blue Devils was in there. Brought him down. Noah Moyer. I think we've called that name before for the Blue Devils.
Lost real estate.
Back to the 45-yard line. Loss of 3 yards.
Yeah. They needed 3 to get the first down and went 3 backwards, so it turns the ball right back over to Cambridge Springs, up 16-0. We got a minute 48.
And good field position, Gary.
Yeah, ball at the 45.
Remember, when they get into the red zone, brought to you by McCandless Ford. Locations in Meadville and Mercer have not had it tonight.
With the runs they've had, it's a matter of one play.
Yep. Breaking off one tackle midfield, trying to get away, but being brought down that time was Preston Gorton.
Tackled by
Carroll. Brought him down.
Number 14, Dawson Carroll.
But the ball will be out around midfield.
Number 14, Dawson Carroll.
Nice tackle by Carroll. Once again, second down and about 4. Long 4.
About 6 yards that time by Gorton.
Clock down to a minute 15. Handoff again.
Breaking off the right side, got some running room. First down inside the Cochranton 45, down maybe to the 43-yard line.
For a first down for Cambridge Springs, that's Walker Carroll on the tackle.
Carroll is there, brings him down.
He got the handoff and went right behind his blocker, which was 56, Olson. So great job by Olson on a block down there on the offensive line, creates the first down. Their first down.
Appleby brings him up in the quarter behind center
Flags
this time.
go flying everywhere. Here we go. Offsides. They're saying Cochranton.
Wait for the official, and yes, it is.
Wow.
Cost
I thought
them
maybe
5
they
yards.
were drawn off, but
Now it'll be first down and 5 after the penalty.
well, that's the Cardinals' first penalty for 5 yards. The Blue Devils have had one for 15.
16-0, that's our score.
Yep, less than a minute left.
They've had a couple big plays out here tonight.
No doubt about it.
In the power eye for Appleby. Hands the ball off left side, pushing his way forward. 30 down to the 29-yard line.
Late flight comes in the backfield.
Carrying for Cambridge Springs was Josh Gordon.
They needed 5, which they got easily.
Got a lot more than that.
Well, they got it. But I seen the late flag go. Let's see what the call is.
Not for a first down. There's a flag on the field here.
I'm not sure here.
One official looking at the other official. Waiting to see what the call is.
They're talking to the line judge, I believe, on the far side. I don't know.
Well, it was thrown like in the backfield of Cambridge Springs, so you think
the guy that threw the flag would have known what the call was.
And now we'll get the call from the umpire. Personal foul. Cambridge brings 15 yards back.
Personal foul on the offense.
Well,
I'm not sure what it was.
Well, from a first down to $1 million to go now for a first down.
First and 5 to first and 20.
Ball's back to the Cambridge Springs 47-yard line.
Could have been something said in the heat of the game. Here we go.
Power eye once again for Appleby. Hands that ball off. Canna will have the ball to the midfield stripe. Take the ball down and stopped right about at. They were going to mark it at. About to 49, I guess.
That's going to wind the clock down, though. They're just letting the clock run out right now.
And that is going to be the end of the first period. All Cambridge Springs so far. They'll go to the second quarter with a 16-0 lead over Cochranton here on Cool 101.7 and Cool TV. 60-second timeout.
MK Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning is a family-owned and operated business with over 15 years of experience. Corey and his crew can get your problem fixed and you back to living your life in no time. MK services most of Crawford County and Erie County. With their licensed and insured installers and techs, you are guaranteed to get a trained and trusted person every time you call. And they service residential and light commercial. MK is now your local certified Carrier dealer. That's MK Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning. Call them at 814-282-4265. This is Cool TV.
We start the second quarter, 16-0 Cambridge Springs here on Cool and Cool TV tonight. Cambridge brings with the ball. Appleby wants to pass, dumps it right over the middle, and overshoots his intended receiver. Also down there wide open for Cambridge Springs. If he had got the ball, he would have been gone.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. He had him beat there, but the ball overthrown. If he'd have hit him in stride, like you said, he'd have been gone. It would have been another easy 6. But
But
it wasn't.
not to be. He's down there waving his hands. When he didn't get the ball, a little disgusted. Here I am. I was wide open.
He's wide open.
He went to the other side of the field.
Beat the defensive back. So now it's 3rd down and 15.
Blue Devils now moving from left to right.
Let's see if they take it to the air again.
Appleby shotgun. Morgan looks, throws sideline left, caught, first down. Cardinal 40, 30. Down and out of bounds across the way, inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
Nice pass, good catch and run. Picked it up easily, got another first down, keeps the drive alive. Ball being placed at the 27, it looks like. Scoreboard says 47, but I don't believe that's correct.
It's good for about 27 yards.
That sounds good.
Pass
Here we
and
go.
run.
1st and 10, Blue Devils up 16-0. The handoff.
Trying to get away, but finally brought down after a gain, and that's Zaria that time on the carry.
Well, it looks like he got about ball right smack dab at the 20, so a 7-yard pickup on the run.
Looks like there's about 8 yards there on that carry. Blake.
And we are in the red zone.
Brought to you by McCandless Ford. Remember now, we have locations in Meadville and Mercer. Why don't you stop in tomorrow and check out a new or previously owned vehicle from McCandless Ford.
Second and 3.
Once again, it's going to go over to Gordon. And Gordon, that's Josh Gordon this time, has the ball for another first down. He's going to have the ball down to maybe about the 12, 13-yard line.
Once again, good blocks. I tell you what, little trap in the backfield.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
12-yard line, the ball being placed. 1st and 10, got to get down to the 2.
13-yard
first
pickup.
down, yeah, great. Here we go.
This time off the right side, try to break a tackle, but gets tripped up. Carroll's there to bring him down.
Walker Carroll on the tackle.
And on the carry that time for the Blue Devils was Josh Gorton.
Might have got a yard out of it, maybe, or half a yard. We'll say a
Down
yard.
to the
2nd and
12-yard
9.
line, so Blue Devils threatening here.
Ball on the 11.
Trying to go up by 3 scores.
Cardinals got to shut them down.
This time, here goes Kenya, and he gets some yardage. He is now inside the 10-yard line.
Walker Carroll again on the tackle.
Stopped at about the 7-yard line.
Walker did a great job of getting in there, filling that hole. And nice tackle.
4-yard gain on that carry.
3rd down and about 5 to go for the first down.
Third and 5. Handoff again, left side.
Once again, Gordon this time stacked up, but is able to get more yardage.
Nice tackle. 54, Dooge.
Once again, Josh Gordon.
There. Nate Hines.
4th down. Great job here by the Cardinals defensive line.
Picked up about 3 yards.
Chance for a big stop here for Cochranton. Let's make some noise for these boys.
You got
Bring it
4th
up.
down and a long one.
See what?
1.5. If you look at the marker, sure they're going to go for it.
Appleby under center. Hands that ball off once again to Gordon. Gordon tried to get to the end zone.
He got the first down, I do believe. Yep.
Yep, first and goal to go. Once again, they're inside the red zone. Brought to you by McCandless Ford. Locations in Meadville and Mercer.
Combined to bring them down. 1st and goal.
So the Blue Devils
About the 1 yard.
about a yard away from adding to the score. See if we have Appleby with a quarterback sneak here.
It's a matter of leaning forward.
Yep, he's under center. Tight formation. He'll keep it. He'll pound the ball to the end zone. Touchdown, Blue Devils.
That's Morgan Appleby. And he's
So Appleby takes it in from a yard out. take a 22-0 lead here in this first half.
8:12 on the clock. They score again, 22-0 as we get ready for the point after.
Appleby hands the ball off on the right side, diving to the end zone for the extra two. Did he make it in?
Looks like it.
Waiting for the official over there. Didn't see.
Makes a good second effort.
Katie in for the extra 2-point conversion. Timeout on the field. With the clock reading 8:12 to go in the first half, 24-0. Blue Devils back after we take a 30-second timeout on Cool TV.
Bausch's service station in Cambridge Springs now carries Cam Tool racing fuel to go on with non-ethanol gas. Bausch's is your full service station with state inspections, most general repairs, and power flushes radiators. Bausch's service station, 201 Venango Avenue in downtown Cambridge Springs. Phone 398-2782 for reliable and friendly service. Bausch's service station, downtown Cambridge Springs.
This is Cool TV.
Last week, Lakeview did it.
And they are a tough team. Undefeated. Here we go. Second down and about 8, so they got about 2-yard gain out of that run.
Carroll under center. Straight drop, fake handoff, look to throw, keeps it himself, midfield, right there he's down.
Should have faked it and just pitched it back.
Carroll keeps it himself, number 67.
Might have got a yard out of it.
Zeke Carson and number 58, Cole Proper, combined to bring him down. Carroll gets this cross.
Great job again by Carson. I've called his name several times here for Cambridge Springs. Steps up, brings him down, does a great job again. Good penetration by the defensive line. Here we go, third down.
Already third down for the Cardinals.
About 7.
They moved the ball about 3 yards.
I'd go to the air, quick passes, 4 or 5 yards.
Carroll under center, pitches that ball out. Deer side field, some running room, first down. Still going, flag goes down, they'll hold it all.
That's after a nice run.
Yes, absolutely, by the Cardinals.
You can almost think it's holding.
And there's a flag down.
Wait and see.
Was Cummings, but hold cards.
Fans not happy with the call at all.
On this side of the field, but on the other side of the field, yes. So they will mark the 15 yards, or holding it 10 yards.
That's 10 yards. It's their second penalty. They had one earlier for 5.
But still, they were moving the ball down the field. A good play like that, first down, then bring it back.
Chuck, he made it all the way down to the 38.
38, but now it's back to their own 44.
Third and about what? 14. A very long 13. Here we go. Fakes the pitch back to
Step
pass.
back, looking, left-hander looks and throws, and it
Not even.
well beyond the receiver and could have been very close to being picked off by Preston Gorton of Cambridge Springs across the way.
They wanted roughing the passer on that one, as you can tell the fans in front of us. He took a hit, but he had the ball, and in the end, it was clean. So that brings up 4th down and 13. Ball was overthrown.
The idea is not to get hurt.
So 4th down, and about 12, and it'll be punted out of there. High punt.
Kick on this one.
They're just going to let the ball come down. 30, 25. It'll stop right there. 1st and 10, Cambridge Springs, leading this one in the 3rd quarter, and they'll get the ball back. 24-0. That's our score, Cambridge Springs. Ball at their own 25.
Blue Devils have all 3 timeouts, 6:12 on the clock. Well in control right now, 24-0.
Appleby, the ball off, running off the left side. Gorton again. Gorton looks like, no, it was Kania going to the left side. Another
late
flag down. Yep.
Late flag.
And we'll confer and see what the call is here. Flag back at about the 27-yard line.
He said something or did something.
2 officials are conferring. One just shaking his head no, and now we get the call. Offsetting fouls. Late hit, Cochranton. Late hit, Cambridge Springs. Offsetting penalties, play it over.
Personal fouls, so they're all negated. 2nd down for Cambridge Springs.
Tempers flaring a little bit here as we
early in this one.
Yeah, we're only halfway through the 2nd quarter.
24-0 Devils.
You would think nothing would rattle the Blue Devils right now. Up 24-0. Looks like a little confusion going down there for the Blue Devils. I'm not sure. As they come up to the line of scrimmage, regroup. Here we go. 2nd down, about 7.
Appleby, quarterbacking, stuffs the ball right into the gutter of Washington. Washington 40, 50. Cochranton 40, 30. One man to beat. He's got him. Touchdown. No flags on the field that I can see.
No, not on this one. He ran
the 75 yards, Gary.
Huge run right there. Blowing this game wide open. I thought Dawson Carroll was going to get him right around the 30.
Yep, just a matter if he could get by him and not step out of bounds. He did.
Yep.
Takes it 75 yards to the house, Gary.
Yes, he did. 30-0. We stand right now. 5:42 on the clock, 2nd quarter.
210 yards already for the Blue Devils. 2 big runs.
That was a huge hole from up here in the press box as they get ready to go for 2.
Looking, right, he looks, throws towards the end zone.
And he passed it.
He's got it.
Nice
extra
throw.
2-point conversion.
That's their 2nd pass completion, and this one, they got 2 out of it. 32-0.
George Gorton with the extra 2-point conversion on the pass and the catch. Timeout on the field. Cambridge Springs Blue Devils 32, Cochranton 0. We'll have more high school football coming your way on Cool and Cool TV in 60 seconds.
Patterson's Auto Wrecking in Cochranton has been serving the surrounding area since 1958. They carry used auto and truck parts and a large selection of new aftermarket parts. Patterson's has a variety of used and rebuilt vehicles for sale. Patterson's ships parts across the country. Call 814-425-7415 or toll free 800-822-2028. Open Monday through Friday 8 to 5, Saturday 8 to noon. Patterson Auto Wrecking is located 3 miles south of Cochranton on Old Route 322.
This is Cool TV.
And the Blue Devils ready to kick it off again. Zarya to do that, left to right. Blue Devils in control in this one, 32-0, 5:42 to go in the half. And the kickoff being returned by the Cardinals for very little yardage out to the 35-yard line.
Tempers flaring again out there.
Kickoff. And forward progress is stopped.
Well, officials got to get it under control, Gary. Cardinals at their own 35-yard line.
I mean, the Blue Devils are fired up, and I don't blame them, but right now you're up 32-0.
Reminder, tonight's broadcast also brought to you in part by Greg Newell Welding, Cambridge Springs, Walker Brothers, Chevrolet, Howard Hanna, Bainbridge Kaufman Real Estate. McCandless Ford, with their locations in Meadville and Mercer, they present the Red Zone Zombie Fight Night.
Down there,
you got down there yet, Big Air?
No, I'd like to go next weekend.
All right.
Got it planned. Pitch back.
Sweeping over here to the left side, brought down at about the 33-yard line. No place to go that time.
For Cambridge Springs is Tristan Mazad.
Brought down was Cummings. He loses about 2.
Trying to do a sweep, it takes too long to set it up, and by the time, the Blue Devils are already in the backfield. They're shooting right through the line. They're doing a great job.
No, they're controlling the trenches right now.
Yeah.
It's Cambridge Springs.
Hands down.
They're just getting through that defensive and offensive line of Cochranton here tonight.
Back to pass.
He's going to look, going to air it out. Got a man down. Well overthrown. Well overthrown that time. Of the Cardinals, Blake
Flag
Folk.
down. Hold everything. Flag down at the 25-yard line.
Right where Carroll was.
I'm not sure what happened. I was watching the ball fly down to the receiver. So
we have some interference, sir.
I'm not sure. Holding.
Or we may have had. Let's see if we can see what happens here. Wait for the officials. They've had get-togethers tonight. There hasn't been anything decisive tonight. They've got together every time.
Yeah, it's fifth.
We have roughing the passer, maybe?
Fifth penalty.
That's what it is.
Foul. Another biggie.
Yep, against Cambridge Springs. Roughing the passer is what it was.
First down for Cochranton.
Now the Cardinal fans are happy on that call. So the ball comes out just short of midfield at the 49-yard line.
That's one way to get some yards.
Got that right.
And a first down. Clock running at 4:45, second quarter, 32-0. Blue Devils, Cardinals with the ball.
Carroll. And that ball, first man through. That is Cummings again, and Cummings will have the ball down to maybe the Cambridge Springs 48-yard line.
50-yard line. Tackled down by Carson, Proper, Schmidt, and Mazadra.
Picked up 3. Second down and 8. Down at Cochranton tonight. Halftime, we'll have the stats for you and also some scoring across District 10. Carroll flips that ball back. Here goes.
There's some good running room.
45, close to a first down at the 40-yard line. Another late hit.
Another flag down.
Another late hit, I think, against Cambridge Springs.
They're pointing over at the Blue Devils. The referees are.
There's a flag after the play.
They're probably going to get another 15 yards.
Man, there's no reason for that when you're up 32-0.
Boy, there are some long meetings with the officials tonight. Here we go. Personal foul. Cambridge Springs.
Personal foul on Cambridge Springs after the play.
I think the Blue Devils are going to take timeout. Nathan Liberty is going to talk it out and cool down his team. They're getting all these penalties.
That's huge.
We'll take a timeout and Cool TV. It's 32-0 Cambridge Springs. More in a moment.
From home to school and back again, Girardi LP has safely transported students in the Cochranton area for over 60 years. Whether you need a bus for wedding parties, birthday celebrations, engagement parties, class reunions, whatever your next transportation needs are, considering calling Girardi LP. Girardi LP is glad to support all Cochranton athletes. We are delivering the future. Girardi LP, 7619 Vincent Road, Cochranton. Phone 425-3603, 425-3603 for Girardi LP.
This is Cool TV.
Back here at Cochranton tonight, 3 officials over there now talking with the coach of the Cambridge Springs Blue Devils, Nate Liberty. If you remember, Nate coached down here at Cochranton for a year or two.
Yes, he did.
Shout out to Lexi Irwin. It's her birthday tonight.
He's not happy with some of those calls against the Blue Devils.
I was the first person.
Of course, we've had calls against Cochranton too.
Yeah, we have. And like I said, some of the calls,
Happy birthday, Lex.
late hits and that, no reason for it. I mean, I know the players are fired up, but you're up 32-0. You got to play, somewhat use your head.
Well, this has become a rivalry, not only in
there's
football
no
but
doubt.
basketball.
And I'll be the first one to say you get caught up in the heat of the game. Absolutely, been there, done it. But we got yelled at, and we'd say, not again, because I knew on Monday you'd be running and running and running. The coach made us run, so we would never do that again.
Ball is set back to the 25-yard line after the penalty is marked off against the Blue Devils. So, once again, 1st and 10 for the Cardinals at the Cambridge Springs 25-yard line. 2 big penalties in a row by the Blue Devils. Cochran started this drive on their own 35.
Yeah,
30 yards have been in penalties.
I know. The Blue Devils have 60 yards in penalties. And we still got 4 minutes left in the second quarter.
4:04 to go here in the second quarter.
Cardinals trying to get to the end zone.
Walker pitches that ball back, trying to follow his blockers into the line. Cummings with the carry. Take the ball maybe for 3 yards. So it's going to bring up a second down. And about 7 yards to go for that first down.
All right. We had a play with no flags.
Wow, unbelievable.
Yes.
Cole Schmidt goes wide to the right as your wide out. How he's going to give that ball off to Volk. He's in trouble. Blake gets nailed back at about the 23-yard line. So lost about 2 yards maybe on that one. Third down and about 9 to go now for the Cardinals. As once again, defensive line steps up for the Blue Devils. Devils in control, 32-0.
That was a linebacker that shot up.
This time coming to the near side of it.
No
Cummings
way.
again,
No,
trying
look at
to sweep left. No place to go there.
Cummings on the carry on the left side.
67, Carson again.
They'll stop him right about at.
That boy is
Another
fired
loss.
up tonight.
And it's going to be 4th and 10 now.
Yeah, right
They're
back.
going in reverse.
Yeah, right back to the original line of scrimmage.
Cardinals just can't get the offense on track tonight.
They are struggling.
Schmidt goes wide right. Carroll under center. Fakes it, looks it, throwing deep and
Nice
caught.
catch.
Nice snag there.
Nice catch.
Down at the 10-yard line.
Number 14.
That's 14 for the Cardinals with the catch. Dawson Carroll, and what a nice catch. Reached out with a right hand, Gary, and hauled it in.
Absolutely.
Hey, we're in the red zone, brought to you by McCandless Ford. Locations in Meadville and Mercer. They'll spot the ball at about the 9-yard line.
First completion, picks up a first down. First and goal.
This time running left, running breaks to the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinals. Long is into the end zone. Sweeping left for Cochranton.
What a great second and third effort. He got in there. So the Cochranton Cards get on the board finally at 1:49 here in the second quarter. Great job. Of course, I think the penalties helped them.
30 yards worth at least. But, hey, that's part of the game, Gary.
Yes, it is.
32-6. Cardinals will go for the extra 2-point conversion. Dumping it quickly over the middle. Caught for the extra 2-point conversion.
32-8.
It is Dawson Carroll with the catch and the extra 2-point conversion. Cardinals are on the scoreboard. It is 32-8. Let's pause for 30 seconds on Cool TV. Right back to Cochranton in a moment.
MK Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning is a family-owned and operated business with over 15 years of experience. Corey and his crew can get your problem fixed and you back to living your life in no time. MK services most of Crawford County and Erie County. With their licensed and insured installers and techs, you are guaranteed to get a trained and trusted person every time you call. And they service residential and light commercial. MK is now your local certified carrier dealer. That's MK Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning. Call them at 814-282-4265.
And we return to Cochranton High School on Cool TV. Beautiful night for football. Cochranton finally dents the scoreboard, but trails 32-8 as they get ready to kick off.
Well, that gives them some confidence, a little wind in the sails to get in that end zone, Chuck.
Yes, indeed.
A couple of great plays. Of course, the penalties helped, and here we go, 32-8.
$1:49 remains as the ball
Kickoff high, short.
Kick, 35, 40,
Is that 22?
45, and the ball will be brought back up by Cambridge Springs' Haskins.
Josh Gordon.
Gordon, that's 22.
Gordon, I'm sorry.
Yep. Josh, I believe.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. But great field position, ball all the way up to the almost midfield.
Well, the Blue Devils with good field position spot that ball around the 48 and a half yard line.
Yeah, it wasn't a real far kick, about the 48. They finally set it down, so Blue Devils 52 yards away from the end zone. They got 1:44, and they've got 2 timeouts. Back to pass.
Looking, dumps it over there, got a man, batted down.
Great job. Who was that?
Good
4?
defense by the Cochranton Cardinals.
For Hoover, but
Great job.
Hoover, the
Cummings.
intended receiver.
No, Cummings reached up there and batted that ball down. Great defensive play right there. 2nd and 10.
Ball at the Cambridge Springs 48-yard line.
Stops the clock with 1:40. Blue Devils 2 for 4 in passing. Like we said earlier, they don't go to the air a lot.
Don't have to with this offense.
No, but that was
Appleby.
good thrown ball. Just good
Man
defense.
in motion.
Here we go. Back to
Appleby to pass. Now he's going to run 45, 50, and stopped right there.
quarterback number 6, Morgan.
So he'll end up picking up maybe about 3 yards. They're going to make it just a little bit short, maybe only about a 2-yard gain. Ball nose of the football right at midfield, Gary.
3rd and 7. Clock winding at 1:19. Good job, though. They flushed him out of the pocket, made him run the ball, Chuck, then brought him down after he got about a 2-yard gain. So he didn't have time to get it downfield. Here we go. Let's see if he tries.
Preston Gordon split to the right, slot man to the right, man in motion from left to right.
Again.
Appleby to pass. Got tight, dumps it off, wide open.
Great job.
The 48-yard line. That was stopped by Blake Folk of Cochranton.
Blake, what a great job. Great coverage. Timeout has been taken by
Cambridge. Cochranton.
Cochranton.
Wow. Okay.
Timeout, Cardinals.
Because it's going to bring up a 4th down. Cards want to get the ball back.
That's their first
Big Air
timeout.
will keep it right here and remind you tonight's broadcast brought to you in part by Bausch's Service Station, MK Plumbing and Heating and Air Conditioning, Girardi LP, Patterson's Auto Wrecking, along with Armstrong, Flicks TV and Appliance, Westbury United Methodist Retirement Community, and by the Area Shopper. You're listening to WMVL, Lanesville, Meadville. It is Friday night high school football on Cool and Cool TV tonight. Gary Patton, of course, Joe Vilke behind the camera, yours truly, Chuck Stoppa. Talked about it before, hard to believe. We are here in week number 8. A lot to be decided who's going to be going into the District 10 playoffs.
Absolutely. We'll have some scores coming up at halftime. Might put a little light on who might be that much closer to the playoffs.
That's right. And of course, the Meadville Bulldogs, we follow them. They're definitely going to make it. They should be going into the state tournament. They only have about 1 game to play in District 10, and that should put them into the state tournament. Of course, we have Cochranton, we have Cambridge Springs, we have Lakeview down here.
We'll keep an eye on that Mercer Lakeview score here coming up.
That's right. See what's going on with
Boy, would that
the
be
Sailors.
an upset. Here we go. 4th down and 7. There. Up. Back.
Quick kick.
Yep.
Got it out of there.
Nice punt.
Inside the 20 to the 15 to the 10. Still rolling. Scania kicks the ball down. Spot the ball at about the 10-yard line. 1st and 10. That's a smart move.
That was a great move.
Get it out of there on a quick kick.
There's no reason to go for it. You're up 32-8.
Best thing for the Cardinals to do, just kneel down and run the timeout.
If the Cardinals could have shut them down here, you'd be
right.
having
But
great
smart move and a call by Nate Liberty.
Absolutely.
Now the Cardinals, best thing them really kneel down. Don't try anything stupid, and have the ball picked, run back for another score.
No, you don't need
But we'll
that.
see what the coach of the Cardinals do. Coach Filippa.
1st down and 10, balls at the 10.
They try for the big play. Josh hands that ball off, cutting up the middle, and there's Folk, and he's going no place.
Might have got a yard, maybe 2.
Actually, they say that was Cummings.
See where they spotted that. Clock winding down, 25 seconds.
May have got the ball to the 12-yard
They
line.
may have one more play left in them. Walker Carroll running the play in. The clock really winding down.
Yeah, we're
here,
down to 12. Looks like you're going to run it out.
Yeah, I guess they're going to let it go.
And that is going to be the end of a first half in which Cambridge Springs jumped out to an early 32-0 lead. And they've never looked back. Cardinals was able to get on the scoreboard and score 8 points near the end of the first half. That is it. First half is over in Cochranton on Cool TV. Halftime score, Cambridge Springs 32 and Cochranton 8. Let's take this 2-minute timeout.
Bausch's service station in Cambridge Springs now carries Cam Tool racing fuel to go on with non-ethanol gas. Bausch's is your full service station with state inspections, most general repairs, and power flushes radiators. Bausch's service station, 201 Venango Avenue in downtown Cambridge Springs. Phone 398-2782 for reliable and friendly service. Bausch's service station, downtown Cambridge Springs.
Patterson's Auto Wrecking in Cochranton has been serving the surrounding area since 1958. They carry used auto and truck parts and a large selection of new aftermarket parts. Patterson's has a variety of used and rebuilt vehicles for sale. Patterson's ships parts across the country. Call 814-425-7415 or toll free 800-822-2028. Open Monday through Friday 8 to 5, Saturday 8 to noon. Patterson Auto Wrecking is located 3 miles south of Cochranton on Old Route 322.
From home to school and back again, Girardi LP has safely transported students in the Cochranton area for over 60 years. Whether you need a bus for wedding parties, birthday celebrations, engagement parties, class reunions, whatever your next transportation needs are, considering calling Girardi LP. Girardi LP is glad to support all Cochranton athletes. We are delivering the future. Girardi LP, 7619 Vincent Road, Cochranton. Phone 425-3603, 425-3603 for Girardi LP.
From Cool 101.7 Radio, this is Cool TV.
And right back here in Redbird Land. Halftime as the Cambridge Springs High School Marching Band performs. Let's pick up a little of that music. And let's take a look at some of the scores throughout District 10 here. Right now, Oil City over Conneaut, 29-0. Meadville struggling against Franklin. It's 7-0 Meadville. Hickory 21, Greenville 7. Sagertown at Reynolds, don't have a score on that one. Titusville 7, Warren 0. And Lakeview is trailing Mercer. Surprise score. It is Mercer 14, Lakeview 7. Those scores are somewhere in the second quarter or at halftime. I want to thank Daryl Ray back at the station. He's controlling things, producing it tonight, also sending those scores our way. Gary?
Well, I tell you what a surprise on the Mercer 14-7 over Lakeview. Boy, that's something the Blue Devils definitely want to hear and keep their eye on that one. Boy, that game, wow, long way to go, though.
And our score here, by the way, is 32-8 in favor of Cambridge Springs. Gary, what was that update? Can you give it to us one more time, Daryl? Okay, thank you. It is Sagertown trailing in that one 9-0. Reynolds Raiders.
Right, Reynolds 9, Sagertown nothing. Oil City really getting in Connie out there, 29-0.
Yeah, that's no surprise.
No surprise on that one there.
No, absolutely
but boy,
not.
that Mercer game, we're going to have to keep an eye on that one. Thank you, Daryl, back there at the station for the updates.
Well,
always.
Back here, Gary, Cambridge Springs come right out. Cochranton looked like they was going to drive down the field, maybe score. Guess what? Fumbled it away, picked up by Yorkin. He goes right straight down the field for a touchdown, 82 yards.
That was huge right there from the get-go. Well, we were about 8:04 into the game, and it was 8-0. And then, of course, they tacked on another one at 4:39.
Yeah, that was Washington.
On a big run on the far
75-yard run.
Had some great blocking. They pulled the guards, and he got there and followed his blocking, and boom, next thing you know, it was 16-0.
Then Appleby goes in from 1 yard out, the quarterback of the Blue Devils. They got another touchdown.
Into the second quarter, it was 24-0. And then 32-0 at the 5:42 mark. Finally, the Cardinals come back on a couple of penalties.
About 30 yards worth.
30 yards.
But hey, part of the game, as I stated before, Gary.
Yeah, well, I tell you what, the Blue Devils just fired up, made a couple of errors there, cost them 30 yards, and the Cardinals finally took advantage of it. Got down there, some nice blocking, nice pass to pick up the 2 points after. So what I got real quick here, we look at some stats. The Cochranton Cardinals, 1 for 6 in passing. They did have the 1 turnover, 5 first downs. The Cardinals only had 2 penalties for 15 yards. Over to the Blue Devils real quick. They are 3 for 5 in passing. We talked about it. They don't go to the air much. And they had 1 turnover, 4 first downs, 4 penalties for 60 yards.
All right, well, the Cochranton High School marching band sets up. We're going to take a timeout. We'll come right back and listen to the Cochranton award-winning marching band. Let's take this 60-second timeout.
MK Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning is a family-owned and operated business with over 15 years of experience. Corey and his crew can get your problem fixed and you back to living your life in no time. MK services most of Crawford County and Erie County. With their licensed and insured installers and techs, you are guaranteed to get a trained and trusted person every time you call. And they service residential and light commercial. MK is now your local certified carrier dealer. That's MK Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning. Call them at 814-282-4265. This is Cool TV.
Welcome right back to Cochranton High School, where the Cambridge Springs Blue Devils lead it 32-8. As the Cochranton High School marching band is about to perform here at halftime. Cambridge Springs 210 yards. Meanwhile, for Cochranton, just 63. Cummings has rushed a total of 10 times, 40 yards for the Cochranton Cardinals. Long had a touchdown for the Cardinals, and Folk has rushed a total tonight of 6 times. He has a total of 24 yards for the Cambridge Springs Blue Devils. Washington's had a fumble recovery, rushed it in from 82 yards out on the pickup, run back, and then from the line of scrimmage, he rushed 75 yards for a touchdown, his 2 touchdowns on the night. Preston Gordon carried a total of 5 times, 19 yards. And Josh Gordon tonight he has a total of 5 carries and 16 total yards. Appleby has also scored a touchdown for the Blue Devils. So almost total domination by Cambridge Springs. They lead here at intermission 32-8. Tonight's broadcast has been brought to you in part by, and will be in the second half, by Zombie Fight Night. McCandless Ford, locations in Meadville and Mercer, presents the Red Zone. Howard Hanna, Bainbridge Kaufman Real Estate, Walker Brothers Chevrolet, and Craig New Welling. Now let's listen to a little bit of the Cochranton High School marching band. the Cochranton High School Marching Band. Well, our halftime score here is Cambridge Springs leading Cochranton 32-8. And that update we had there from the Mercer game, well, Lakeview struggling, and maybe after all that emotional win last week over Cambridge Springs, are getting off to a slow start. We'll see what happens the remainder of that ball game, but they were trailing at the hands of the Mercer Mustangs. We'll get another update on that a little bit later. Let's take another 2-minute timeout, and we'll come back to Cochranton. We're probably about 10 minutes away from the start of the second half right here on Cool 101.7. Cool TV.
MK Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning is a family-owned and operated business with over 15 years of experience. Corey and his crew can get your problem fixed and you back to living your life in no time. MK services most of Crawford County and Erie County. With their licensed and insured installers and techs, you are guaranteed to get a trained and trusted person every time you call. And they service residential and light commercial. MK is now your local certified Carrier dealer. That's MK Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning. Call them at 814-282-4265.
Bausch's service station in Cambridge Springs now carries Chem Tool racing fuel to go on with non-ethanol gas. Bausch's is your full service station with state inspections, most general repairs, and power flushes radiators. Bausch's service station, 201 Venango Avenue in downtown Cambridge Springs. Phone 398-2782 for reliable and friendly service. Bausch's service station, downtown Cambridge Springs.
From Cool 101.7 Radio, this is Cool TV.
Welcome right back to Cochranton High School. Chuck Stomp, Gary Patton, and Joe Vilke. Joe joining me here at halftime and talking a little bit about this Cochranton High School award-winning band. And as always, they participate in that Lakeshore event every year. If they had that
Lakeshore Marching Band Association, and they'll have their championships right at the end of the month, pretty close too. That's why sometimes Cochranton hasn't been able to be in the Halloween parade because they are up at Veterans Stadium for that. But we're showing them right now here on Cool TV, and you can see why they are a very competitive band. Now, I'm going to tell you something, Chuck. I'm coming up on my 30th class reunion.
Oh, really?
Right?
Yeah.
Well, we're not going to talk about yours. Yeah. Chuck, you're just a few years off from me, just a couple or something. But anyway, they were winning this, year after year back when I was in school. So it's nice to come home, because I'm glad I'm still live here, obviously, by choice, and I get to see them do so well, and see our sports teams do well, even when they don't do well. We're still proud of them.
And also, Joe, you have to give a lot of credit to Carl Miller.
Yeah. He was actually, I'll be honest, people don't know this, but he was actually just out of college and actually was filled in for a sabbatical. When I was like in 9th grade, he was just out of college and was teaching. And then the instructor that was here, Jim Barry, that was here back then, he ended up moving into college band instruction. And that's when Carl Miller came and stepped in full time. And that was a little bit, that was around when I graduated, I believe. And yes, I graduated in 94. So from right here. So like I said, it's nice to come home and do events like this. I'm glad we're able to do that here on Cool.
And always they have a big crowd, and sometimes after the game is over,
they'll do the whole
fans
show.
stick around and they will have the whole show for them.
Yeah, because basically what they do here at halftime is like an abbreviated performance of what they do. And, many other schools do it as well. They'll do an abbreviated version of their show because it's too long for halftime here during a football game. And, all these props that they have here, and on Cool TV you'll see it, they always have really cool props. Last year it was like iPads that were the size of a movie theater or movie screen, Pretty cool stuff, so...
But last year they had the book, right? When was the book?
Last year was the book. Yeah, that's
2
right.
years ago was the iPad.
That's right. The books were the size of,
Oh my goodness!
They were about 15 yards wide, I think, because we can kind of.
But earlier tonight, before the Cardinal band come out, Cambridge Springs watched them last year against Lakeview. They have a nice band also.
They do, and no discredit to the other bands.
Where credit is due, absolutely.
Absolutely, yes. So, and the Cambridge Springs band, was over here on the sidelines watching, and they performed here earlier, and they're a pretty nice band as well. So, it's just nice to see the bands out here on these. When it starts getting cool, in the fall, it's a little more difficult to make the band sound good, because the cold air has a little effect on that. So I remember that. Very well.
32-8 halftime score. Cambridge Springs leads, and we do have another update, and that upset could be in the making tonight.
Listen to this, folks. Listen to this one.
Lakeview 22-7, and it is Mercer 22.
Yeah, Mercer leading Lakeview 22-7.
I was so stunned I even almost gave the score wrong there.
Well, yeah. Yeah,
Joe Vilke, yours truly here tonight, and we'll see. We still got a whole second half to go.
22-7. That's crazy.
Yes, it is.
Well, it's making it an interesting season. Some teams that we didn't think were going to be, what they are, and that's what makes it interesting. That's why you got to play the game. So, but 32-8 right now at the half here, and. There was, got a little bit chippy there a little bit for a while. Some calls against Cambridge Springs that were costly for them.
And their coach
in the
wasn't
first
happy.
half.
He's
No, he
talking
wasn't.
with the officials during a timeout.
Yeah, that got a little chippy there, and but we'll see how people come out after halftime. I'm sure that's being discussed in the locker room on both sides.
I thought the coach was going to take a timeout, cool down his team, but he had a little conference with the officials, 3 of them out there, instead of talking to his players during that timeout.
Well, and that conference with the officials was long enough to be like a timeout, so maybe that gave the assistant coaches maybe a little time to get them kind of calmed down. It didn't cost them that extra timeout. So
okay, well, they're running down the clock to the 1 minute mark, but the teams aren't out on the field. Once they come back out again, they will put 3 more minutes on the clock, so we're about 4 minutes away from the second half, and the Blue Devils with that lead trying to add on more at the beginning of the second half, and things stay the way they are with that Lakeview Mercer score. Well, could be tied for first place, but if the two teams do end up tied for first place, Cambridge Springs would end up in second place because Lakeview defeated the Blue Devils last week. So that's how they would decide first and second place.
Yeah.
All right, let's take another 2-minute timeout. We come back, we'll be ready for the second half here at Cochranton tonight with Cambridge Springs.
Patterson's Auto Wrecking in Cochranton has been serving the surrounding area since 1958. They carry used auto and truck parts and a large selection of new aftermarket parts. Patterson's has a variety of used and rebuilt vehicles for sale. Patterson's ships parts across the country. Call 814-425-7415 or toll free 800-822-2028. Open Monday through Friday 8 to 5, Saturday 8 to noon. Patterson Auto Wrecking is located 3 miles south of Cochranton on Old Route 322.
From home to school and back again, Girardi LP has safely transported students in the Cochranton area for over 60 years. Whether you need a bus for wedding parties, birthday celebrations, engagement parties, class reunions, whatever your next transportation needs are, considering calling Girardi LP. Girardi LP is glad to support all Cochranton athletes. We are delivering the future. Girardi LP, 7619 Vincent Road, Cochranton. Phone 425-3603, 425-3603 for Girardi LP.
MK Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning is a family-owned and operated business with over 15 years of experience. Corey and his crew can get your problem fixed and you back to living your life in no time. MK services most of Crawford County and Erie County. With their licensed and insured installers and techs, you are guaranteed to get a trained and trusted person every time you call. And they service residential and light commercial. MK is now your local certified Carrier dealer. That's MK Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning. Call them at 814-282-4265. This is Cool TV.
Chuck Stomp, Gary Patton, Joe Vilke. We're getting ready for the second half with Cambridge Springs leading at 32-8. Another score to report on here, and it is Meadville now over Franklin, 20-0. Just want to give that last update to you. And the score, it is Mercer 22, Lakeview 7. We'll keep you updated on that one there. Big score here for Blue Devil fans.
That is huge.
Well, we're down to about under a minute here before the second half gets underway. Broadcast brought to you in part by Gray Newell Welding, Walker Brothers Chevrolet, Howard Hanna, Bainbridge, Kaufman Real Estate, McCandless Ford locations in Meadville and Mercer. Once again, they bring you the Red Zone and ZombieFightNight.com. Tell us about that Zombie Night, Big Guy.
I tell you what, absolutely a great time. You take the whole family down there. You get to get on there, and you get to go for kind of like a hayride. You get on the old trailer there, and you get to go through and shoot the zombies with the paint guns. It is a blast, and there's a lot of other stuff going on too. Before you schedule your ride and you get on it. There was other hay rides going on, smaller ones. There was stuff to climb over. They had all kinds of, oh man, there was just all kinds of little stations going on the whole time. My daughter and the other kid that I took, the neighbor kids, they just had a blast. They were crawling all over everything, running all around. They had a big screen TV for the adults to watch the old college football on a Saturday night. So no. I kept going over there.
Wow.
They had a place to eat, a little cafe, great food. I tell you what, it is a great time down there. I hope to be there next weekend.
Only 2 more weeks left.
Well, next weekend.
So get down there.
Got to get down there. I got to be down there. Drew's Farm.
Yes.
Great people.
This weekend and the next 2 weekends.
I can't emphasize enough how much fun we had. And we drove all the way from Ohio, so I guarantee a good time. Absolutely.
ZombieFightNight.com. And remember, those zombies can't shoot you back. You can only shoot them.
So the Cardinals are getting ready to kick off here, get the second half underway. Senior night, the kick.
Underway, and it's a nice one.
Nice kick.
Gathering in at about the 20, over the 30, 35. Stop just over the 35-yard line. A lot of players down there.
Boy, a whole pile. I tell you what, a big pile.
Bottom of the pile coming up for Cambridge Springs, Preston Gordon.
Towards the 35-yard line where Cambridge.
So the Blue Devils take over.
First and 10, first drive of the second half.
32-8. Your halftime scores. We start the second half here. 8 seconds into it. Ball placed at the 35 on the return. Blue Devils with the ball and the lead. Here we go.
Morgan Appleby under center. Full house backfield. Hands the ball straight up the gut. And here goes once again Gordon. And that is Josh Gordon. And he'll take the ball out to midfield and right close to a first down. They're going to give it to him.
Just like that. One play, 10 yards.
First down run there for Cambridge Springs, and they'll move the sticks up to the 45.
So it didn't take them long to move the sticks up first down.
No, it didn't take long to get the first down. One play.
First and 10 for the Devils, moving left to right in this third quarter. Appleby handing that ball off to Preston Gordon, and Gordon will take the ball down to the midfield. So he picks up just about 5 yards, second down and 5.
For the Blue Devils.
So you run one play, you get 10 yards. You run another one, you get 5. 2 plays, you got 15 yards. You'll take it all night long.
Well, team average is like just over 8 yards per play on the ground, Gary.
Yeah. Now you can see why.
And you can do it with 3 different players. Appleby, once again,
Look at that.
nice running room.
Got about 7 or 8 on that one and another first down.
That's Cannia. Cannia will now have the ball. They're going to spot the ball right at about the 41-yard line.
Boy, Mercer could pull off an upset. That's really going to throw a wrench into the
Another first down on that carry.
stand-ins. Blue Devils marching right down the field, ball at the 41. This whole thing started way back at the 35.
Run from the power eye. Go to the tailback. Canny again. Canny will push the ball down for more good yardage inside the 40-yard line. Maybe down to about the 30, just about the 35-yard line.
Second down and about 4 after the spot there. 10-15, third quarter action here on Cool 101.7 FM. Along with Cool TV, we welcome you once again to Friday night action. Timeout has been taken by the Cardinals.
Yep, we're going to talk to that defense. They're giving up chunks of real estate here. Open up the second half. Take a 30-second timeout. It's Cambridge Springs 32, Cochranton 8. Bausch's service station in Cambridge Springs now carries Cam Tool racing fuel to go on with non-ethanol gas. Bausch's is your full service station with state inspections, most general repairs, and power flushes radiators. Bausch's service station, 201 Venango Avenue in downtown Cambridge Springs. Phone 398-2782 for reliable and friendly service. Bausch's service station, downtown Cambridge Springs. Right back here at Cochranton, we just had word that the young man down there for Oil City Knox, he scored 5 touchdowns tonight, and he takes the lead in District 10. Boy, what an athlete he is, Big Gary. Meadville stopped him, though. He only had less than 50 yards against the Dogs, but he's been on a run. It is a record in District 10.
Wow, that's huge. Big congratulations going on.
Full house backfield. The ball is taken to the 30-yard line. He has broken Journey Brown's record, if you remember, the big athlete from Meadville over the years. So he now takes over the lead in District 10. Ball goes to the 30-yard line. So right now, Cochran defense can't stop him at all.
No. And Journey Brown, we had a lot of fun covering him in the Meadville Bulldogs.
Another first down for the Devils. Full house backfield.
Blue Devils making it look easy right now.
Right into the gut.
There he goes.
Breaking
almost.
Open, yep. Being stopped that time was Preston Gorton. One of the 3 in the backfield for the Blue Devils.
I think Blake
carries
saved
the ball
that
to the
one.
21-yard line.
Brings him down.
They started this drive at their own 35-yard line, and they're moving down the field like there's no defense at all there, Gary.
All he had to do was get past Blake, and he'd have been gone. Blake managed to bring him down.
2nd and 1.
Nice save by Blake. Here we go.
This time, once again, Cannia presses the ball for the first down. Right straight up the gut, and the ball is down to the 18-yard line.
4 first downs. They're just marching right down the field. 9:05 here in the third quarter, up 32-8. Blue Devils started this back at the 35 from the kickoff.
So another set of downs for the Devils. Once again, here goes Gorton again. This is Josh. And Josh will have the ball.
And a flag down. Here we go again.
Late flag. Ball will go down to about the 10-yard line. But hold everything.
Yeah, let's see what this one's all about. Stops the clock at 8:42.
Here comes the official. Holding. Cambridge Springs.
That'll cost
10 yards.
Yeah, that'll cost them.
What's that
10.
got them up to about 70 now, Gary, tonight?
70 yards, yep. They had 4 penalties, each 15 yards 60 yards in penalties in the first half. That is the first flag here in the second half, costing the Blue Devils 10. This is something you definitely don't need when you get down the road into the playoffs. Right now, you got a good lead. You're up 32-8.
So
if they are going to happen to be the time, even though you don't want penalties, but it does happen. Here we go.
Blue Devils back over the football. Appleby under center. Full house in the backfield.
First down at about 13, maybe 14. Ball
goes right into Preston, trying to sweep the left side. On his way down the sideline into the end zone as they got it. Touchdown, Cambridge Springs. Touchdown by Preston Gorton.
Look at that. First and 14. They hand the ball to 14. Sweeps right around to the left side.
20-yard touchdown run.
Beautiful. Good blocking. Nobody around him whatsoever. Wall straight in for an easy 6. 38-8. We get ready. I'm sure they're going to go for 2.
Have all night long. Washington and the two Gortons in the backfield behind the quarterback, Appleby. Appleby, the ball off into the end zone for the extra 2-point conversion. Josh Gorton. Timeout on the field. Cambridge Springs 40, Cochranton 8. More coverage of our football game tonight on Cool and Cool TV right after a 60-second timeout.
Patterson's Auto Wrecking in Cochranton has been serving the surrounding area since 1958. They carry used auto and truck parts and a large selection of new aftermarket parts. Patterson's has a variety of used and rebuilt vehicles for sale. Patterson's ships parts across the country. Call 814-425-7415 or toll free 800-822-2028. Open Monday through Friday 8 to 5, Saturday 8 to noon. Patterson Auto Wrecking is located 3 miles south of Cochranton on Old Route 322.
From home to school and back again, Girardi LP has safely transported students in the Cochranton area for over 60 years. Whether you need a bus for wedding parties, birthday celebrations, engagement parties, class reunions, whatever your next transportation needs are, considering calling Girardi LP. Girardi LP is glad to support all Cochranton athletes. We are delivering the future. Girardi LP, 7619 Vincent Road, Cochranton. Phone 425-3603, 425-3603 for Girardi LP.
This is Cool TV.
Cambridge Springs to kick off after yet another touchdown and lead it 40-8 over the homestanding Cochranton Cardinals on senior night here at Cochranton. Next week, the Cardinals will be on the road to Maplewood to wrap up their regular season. Line drive up on a couple hops at the 30, 35, 40, still going 45. Finally wrestled down. Boy, a lot of fight in that young man.
Boy, nice return.
That was Blake Folk on the return. Boy, he just didn't want to stop, did he?
No, absolutely. Good head of steam. Head number 60 doing the kickoff this time for the Blue Devils.
285 total yards tonight for the Devils.
Says George Bell. All right.
And the pitch back. This time is going to go to Long. Isaiah will have the ball up and maybe got into Cambridge Springs territory. Yes, he did, down to the 49-yard line. So let's give him about 3 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 7. (40-8) Cambridge Springs. Cochranton's own touchdown coming late in the first half. Pitch of the ball back. Here goes Long again. Escapes to the outside. 45 of the Devils and out of bounds around the 44-yard line. Nice run by Isaiah Long. Last 2 plays have been by Isaiah.
Yeah. Come up just a little shy of the first down.
Well, he's picked up 9 yards in his last 2 carries.
Absolutely. Followed the blocking. He got right behind the blocking. So 3rd down and 1
He scored a touchdown earlier tonight. 3rd and 1 for the Redbirds. Timeout's going to be called by the Devils.
Wow, that's their first timeout.
They'll talk it over. We'll take a brief timeout in the 3rd quarter, 40-8, Cambridge Springs.
MK Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning is a family-owned and operated business with over 15 years of experience. Corey and his crew can get your problem fixed and you back to living your life in no time. MK services most of Crawford County and Erie County. With their licensed and insured installers and techs, you are guaranteed to get a trained and trusted person every time you call. And they service residential and light commercial. MK is now your local certified Carrier dealer. That's MK Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning. Call them at 814-282-4265.
7 minutes, 12 seconds remain. This is the 3rd quarter. Devils on their way to a victory tonight, leading it 40-8 over Cochranton. Tonight's broadcast also brought to you in part by Greg Newell Welding in Cambridge Springs. Thank all our sponsors for BU High School football tonight here on Cool 101.7 and Cool TV. We're cool, Gary.
Absolutely. From head to toe, 3rd down and 1. Here
Can
come
the Devils get it? Quarterback keeper, yes. Straight up the gut, and he's got it and more. He'll take the ball down to the 40-yard line as Walker Carroll gets him the first down.
Good call by the coach. Good blocking by the center. Blasted right through. Players from the opposite team helping each other up, so there's a good sign of sportsmanship. So, the Cardinals pick up their first down here in the second half, keep the drive alive. Both teams have 2 timeouts.
Quarterback Carroll overs, talks with his head coach, Philippa. He's back out on the field, gives the play to the players, and here we go. Looks over the defense, does Carroll, pitches the ball out. Cummings right side, wants to change his field, and they wrap him up.
Wow.
Big loss on the play. Well, they're going to say his progress got up to what, the 41-yard line?
Yeah, he still lost.
Then they pushed him way back.
Yeah, I'd say about 42 maybe.
Maybe the 42-yard line, where it'll be a loss of a couple. 3rd down, or 2nd and 8.
He was going to cut to the outside. He stopped to go across the grain, and boy, next thing you know, there's 3 Blue Devils right there to bring him down.
2nd and 12, folks.
Yeah, 2nd and 12 it is. 6:05 on the clock, 3rd quarter.
Carroll once again talks with his coach, trots back out onto the field.
You know, they're expecting a run right now, do a nice little slant pass, little 5, 6, 7 yard. Mix it up.
Nope, ball's handed off right straight up the gut.
Might have got back to the original line of scrimmage.
Once again, Cummings on the carry. They'll give him about a 3-yard gain, I guess. 3rd and about 9.
But it's still 3rd and long.
.5:15 to go, 3rd quarter. 48.
3rd and 9.
Once again, the pitch is going to go out, trying to get around the corner, trying to get the first down. I think he got it.
I think he did. No flags down.
Once again, it was Cummings getting the first down.
Keeps the drive alive. 5:05.
Now down to the Cambridge Springs 30-yard line. .49 yards rushing tonight for Cummings. Last year he was a quarterback for this Cardinal ball club, but decided to let him be the runner this year and go with the quarterback, Walker Carroll, and he's under center right now.
Doing a fine job.
Right, the first man through and into the line. Blue Devils snuffed that one out. 4 of them bring him down in a hurry.
52.
Cummings had no place to go that time.
Moyer, he was the one there.
They'll give him the line of scrimmage, that is all.
Noah, wow. The big guy for the Blue Devils. Met him right there at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10.
Carroll once again over to talk with the coach, back out onto the field. And they'll break the huddle. On a 2nd and about 9.5. Carroll, pitcher once again to Cummings, wanted to go outside, come back to the inside, but down he goes.
Cummings outside, but then he's trying to cut it up inside.
But not much to go. They may have given him maybe a yard and a half. Let's make it about a third down and about 8 to go.
Tries to cut to the outside, Chuck. You got the whole line sweeping down a defensive line. You cut back against across the green. What are you going to run into? The whole wall Blue Devils.
Not good.
Coming at you.
Not good.
There's just a slew of them, 2, 3, and 4 at a time, bringing the runners down. So now it's 3rd and 8. They got a yard out of it.
Cummings in the backfield. They see a pass here. Lefty looks, throws, caught for another first down.
There it is, a slant across the middle. Look at that.
And the pass will be completed to the other Carroll on the team, and that is Dawson Carroll. Walker to Dawson for the first down.
I called that play earlier and it worked.
Ball at the, what about 17, 18-yard line, is it? What do they have on the scoreboard?
They said 16. I'd say it's a 17, but they are in the red zone.
Brought to you by McCandless Ford, locations in Meadville and Mercer. Carroll flips the ball out, trying to get to the outside, still on his feet. Ball will be taken down to maybe just about the 10-yard line. Isaiah Long, that time, carries the pigskin for the Cardinals.
Got about 6 out of that one. Right down, right at the 10. Let me see where they spot. Yeah, just shy of the 10.
Cardinals started this drive on their own 47-yard line. A good sustained drive and no penalties, Gary. What about that?
Yeah. Hallelujah.
We had enough of those in the first half, especially the second quarter.
We've only had one penalty here in the second half.
Once again, pitch that ball to Cummings. Cummings, left side, down to maybe the 10-yard line. That's all. He stopped right there.
You get down closer to that. Now they got a player down. So there's
number 3, Daniel Brown.
Trying to see where the ball.
Oh, we got it.
So with an injury timeout, both teams will go to the sidelines.
I can't see who the player is from
Well,
here.
let's see if I can
maybe you can
find out who
in.
that player might be. Might be 58, Gary.
I can't tell. He was laying flat on his back.
That's 58.
Might have got the wind knocked out of him or something. Hopefully
58.
it's nothing.
So on his side. 58 for Cambridge Springs. That is Colt Proper.
Wait and see here.
Okay, we have about 2:20 to go here in the third quarter. We have an injury timeout. I want to remind you, our broadcast brought to you in part by Armstrong, Flicks TV and Appliance, Westbury United Methodist Retirement Community, by the Area Shopper, also by Patterson's Auto Wrecking right here in Cochranton, along with Girardi LP. MK Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning up in the Springs, and also our good buddy up there. Yeah, he's on the chains at Cambridge Springs home games. Bausch.
Oh, John.
John
yeah.
Bausch. Bausch's service station. Thank all those fine folks for bringing you high school football tonight.
How many years did he say he was doing it? 25?
27 years
27.
now.
I was off by 2.
Yep, 27 years. John's been down there and
running that chain
gang. Well, they don't get the exercise they used to. Remember they used to bring the chains in?
Yeah,
many more.
Now, wait a minute. Last week was 3 times they were
twice in a row.
Yeah, they were.
That they come out and check on a measurement. But, boy, you never hardly see that anymore. It's unbelievable.
No.
You used to see the thing probably 5, 6, 7, 8 times a game.
You're absolutely
especially
right.
Crucial situations, but anymore.
But we did get to see it, 3 different times. So that was like a record.
That was a record.
That's a record, yeah. So.
And none tonight. None tonight.
They haven't been close enough for a measurement. So the clock is stopped at 2:20 here in the third quarter. We have an injury timeout right now.
Okay, I think right now we can take it back to the station for a 60-second injury timeout.
Bausch's service station in Cambridge Springs now carries Cam Tool racing fuel to go on with non-ethanol gas. Bausch's is your full service station with state inspections, most general repairs, and power flushes radiators. Bausch's service station, 201 Venango Avenue in downtown Cambridge Springs. Phone 398-2782 for reliable and friendly service. Bausch's service station, downtown Cambridge Springs.
MK Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning is a family-owned and operated business with over 15 years of experience. Corey and his crew can get your problem fixed and you back to living your life in no time. MK services most of Crawford County and Erie County. With their licensed and insured installers and techs, you are guaranteed to get a trained and trusted person every time you call. And they service residential and light commercial. MK is now your local certified Carrier dealer. That's MK Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning. Call them at 814-282-4265.
Welcome you right back here to Cambridge Springs. Chuck Stopp, Gary Patton, and Joe Vilke, and the injured player on the field, and I think it is Colt Proper, but we'll make sure. And they're over there right now. The officials are over there, and I think they may have called for the ambulance.
They might,
sure.
just a precautionary.
Absolutely.
He was down and didn't get up, so hopefully he's okay. They're just telling him to stay put here, so we do have the injury going on right now, but we're talking about the game and how they were rolling good, the Cardinals were. They were getting something going here and getting downfield. I mean, you're down 40-8. That's tough, and you're struggling. Obviously, the defensive line, the offensive line for the Blue Devils just dominating, just doing a fantastic job. So to get down there and try to get some more points on, just to get some momentum, really, you know what I mean? Confidence into the Cardinal players. And, of course, they play one more game next week, as you talked about, Chuck, on the road to Maplewood.
Cochranton and Maplewood. This is their last home game of the season, and then they have the bye last week of the regular season, or the 10th week.
Right. Now, who does the Blue Devils, what's their game next week? If we got a second here to look it up.
That we can do. No problem at all.
And the people just tuning in, Lakeview was losing 22-7, so that's like a huge, because Lakeview is undefeated against Mercer Mustangs. So that is something definitely the Blue Devil fans, team, and all of them will be watching, because that definitely throw a wrench into the ratings, into the standings there. So what do you got here for me, real quick?
All right, Cambridge Springs will be at Mercer next week.
Okay. So if Mercer was to pull that off, which would be a big upset, boy, talk about the momentum over to Mercer.
In fact, Cambridge Springs plays their last 3 games on the road.
Wow.
Tonight at Mercer, and they wrap it up on the 27th of October at Union City.
Wow.
28-14, we just got the word. Mercer leads Lakeview.
So they were able to score. Lakeview scored, and it was 22-7, right? So it's 28-14. So got it within 2. I believe that's third quarter probably covered.
I would think so,
Gary. Going on right now, yeah. Third quarter for the fans who are watching this game. We appreciate all the viewers, obviously, and the listeners. If you're at work or wherever you may be, can't thank you fans enough for tuning in on Friday Night Football every Friday. And as Chuck said, Week 8, hard to believe on that one, too.
Yeah.
So, but nevertheless, the Blue Devils got 2 more games on the road, and 3 altogether, counting this one.
Right.
So, wow.
after they lost their last home game. And that was, of course, homecoming last week. Seniors night up at Cambridge
Yes,
Springs.
it was.
We were up there broadcasting that battle for first place. And, of course, Lakeview came away with the win.
Yeah, senior night here, too, for
Yes.
the Cochranton Cardinals, as they will be on the road. And as Chuck said, they have a bye last week, so they will not play. And, of course, hopefully wait to see how all the chips fall where they could play in the playoffs.
Well,
So,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Switching gears here, big gear to the NFL. Browns got to get their act together, but it's going to be tough this week without their quarterback, Deshaun Watson. He's out again, it looks like this week, and they have to take on undefeated 49ers.
Unbelievable that they have gone through 39 quarterbacks since they come back. Everybody, the thing in Ohio is they said, well, the Browns literally had a whole team, and then they take that team and move them to Baltimore, so it's really not the Browns. Well, you know what? We had to start over with the Browns, and that's what you get.
It's the Browns.
And it's been crazy. You look at teams like Tampa Bay, when they started out, they didn't win any games.
Nope.
So the Browns, you think they got a little spark going, and then what happens?
Toughest thing is the Browns go to Baltimore in a couple of years, win the Super Bowl.
It absolutely the luck of the draw, you know.
And the Steelers, by the way, they have a bye this week.
Oh, do they?
So.
And they came from behind last week and won.
Yes.
I believe it was a turnover. Was it a turnover?
Yeah, late in the ball game. Yeah,
Wow.
well, a great pass.
Okay,
From Pickens to Picken.
It seemed they got the ball back with like a minute something, and I was trying to catch the game, and they ended up winning.
Yeah, they did. They pulled it out.
Yeah,
so you got to
against
give them
Baltimore.
credit.
Yeah, the Ravens a tough team too.
Oh, absolutely they
Yeah.
are. And, well, we'll just have to wait and see, and that's our look at the NFL.
The NFL, is up and down and crazy as it like college football.
And by the way, tomorrow we have college football. It is the Fighting Scots of Edinburgh. They have to take the trip down to Indiana University of Pennsylvania, or IUP.
We've been there.
That is, yes, we have been.
Yes, we
Not
have.
for football, I don't think,
No.
but basketball. Hey, he's going to get up. Absolutely. It looks like we will not have to have the ambulance. That is beautiful. Listen to the Cochranton fans, Cambridge Springs fans, because everybody was very silent as he was down on the ground for probably a good 10 minutes.
Look at that. Every one of the players, even one of the injured players on crutches, all go out there to see him. That is just fantastic. That's what a team is all about, man. You get behind your teammate and support him like that and get out there and he got up on his own. That is a great sign right there. Wow. Now even the Cardinals are all going over there. That's class right there, no doubt.
The gentleman on crutches was Michael Mott. All's well that ends well, Big Air.
Yeah, well, that's fantastic.
Wow, certainly is.
So it was 58. I didn't see the number. So, anyways, that's a great sign
On
right
his
there. I
feet,
tell you
off
what.
the field on his own power, and that is great news.
And both teams getting behind him like that too.
Oh,
That's,
absolutely.
We get a little caught up in the game too, and you know what? It is just a game, you know.
That's right.
So good to see that. Anyways, we'll get back.
Health
here.
is more important.
Absolutely, it's to see him go off on his own. And
Meanwhile, in case you just tuned in, and we've been chatting here for 10 minutes, the score is Cambridge Springs 40, Cochranton 8, and we have, 2:20 to go in the third quarter.
Yep.
And Cambridge Springs, first series, right down the field, 65 yards. Gary had no problem picking up first downs, back to back to back.
Cambridge Springs doing a fantastic job offense, defensively throughout the whole game, obviously, with the 40-8 score. But the Cardinals were driving here before the injury and looking good. I mean, they were getting something going here, and I know they're getting worn down. I mean, obviously, you're playing a team like the Blue Devils, and we watched it last week against Lakeview. Boy, both teams going at it. Absolutely fantastic game that was, even though the Blue Devils did lose. But tonight, they're on the other side of that with a 48 lead right now.
Back to action.
Here we go.
This is the Cardinals. Will be facing a 3rd and about 3 yards for the first down.
Yeah, the ball right at the 10. They had the previous play. They had no gain on it.
Hey, they're in the red zone. Brought to you by McCandless Ford. Locations in Meadville and Mercer. This is WMVL, Lanesville, Meadville. It's 9 o'clock. That slowed up our game a little bit, but
yeah,
once again, everything's well.
Yeah, the outcome was good. Here we go. The referees are talking. They're talking over there.
Looking to the sideline.
Yeah, I don't know.
Something's going on in the sidelines over there. No idea what's going on, but something's going on. Now we're going to have the players go back into the huddle again, it looks like. Now we're ready to go.
Well, with some of the trainers and that over there.
Okay. Official says wind the clock. Here we go.
Start that clock back up. Back to action.
48 Devils, but the Cardinals are driving.
3 for a first down.
Carroll under center. Hands the ball off. Left side down, maybe to the 5.
Might have got it with the momentum. Carried him.
Cummings.
Shoulder falls forward. Looks like
ball's down to about the 4-yard line, it looks like, Gary.
Yeah.
They started this drive way back at the 47-yard line.
I'm sure they'll go for it here.
So it is 4th down and a couple. See if the Cardinals can pull it off here. Keep the drive alive.
Sure look like they got more than 1 yard out of it, but
well, that's where they got it set now.
that's where the referees put it.
Yep. Scoreboard says 3, but that's the 4-yard line.
Well, the ball's on the 9. They got 3 to get to the
back. Pitches the ball out. Cummings trying to cut around the right side. He's going to be bust off one tackle, but then he's taken down. On the 4th and a couple, he's brought down.
He still gets first down, it looks like there.
What? He got enough for it?
I didn't see an indication from the referees, but the chain gang says so.
First and
ball
goal.
placed down at the 5. He just got it. Good job by Noah Cummins. Less than a minute left, third quarter.
Runs into a wall this time, left side.
Yeah, that Blue Devils
I don't think
wall.
he made it back to the line of scrimmage. That was Blake Folk on the carry.
That was Isaiah Long on that carry. Played immediately. 2nd and goal still.
Ball right back at the 5. No loss, no gain on that one. 30 seconds and counting left in the third quarter. Friday night action right here on Cool 101.7 FM along with Cool TV. Once again, we welcome you aboard.
Here they come. Wide out to the right. Wing to the left. Man going in motion. Hand the ball up and not much there.
They keep trying to go up the middle, boy, and I tell you what, Blue Devils shutting them down. That's going to wind the clock down here in the third quarter.
That was Long on the carry that time, and that is the end of the third quarter. We'll go to the fourth quarter here in Cochranton on Cool and Cool TV with a score. Cambridge Springs 40, Cochranton 8, back after a 60-second pause.
Patterson's Auto Wrecking in Cochranton has been serving the surrounding area since 1958. They carry used auto and truck parts and a large selection of new aftermarket parts. Patterson's has a variety of used and rebuilt vehicles for sale. Patterson's ships parts across the country. Call 814-425-7415 or toll free 800-822-2028. Open Monday through Friday 8 to 5, Saturday 8 to noon. Patterson Auto Wrecking is located 3 miles south of Cochranton on Old Route 322.
This is Cool TV.
Back here in Cochranton, where the Cardinals trail 40-8, but they are driving here as we start the fourth quarter. Man in motion. Hand the ball off. Right tackle, nothing is there. Blue Devils are there. Take him down.
Right away around the ankle of spy number 22. That's Josh Gorton.
Josh Gorton there to bring him down.
He's the linebacker. Keeps shooting in the hole where they're not picking him up. There's some missed blocks on that, missed assignments. That's not the first time he's been in the backfield when they got the handoff.
No place for
Lost
Cummings to go, but second and goal.
Yeah, he lost a yard. Ball was at the 5, now we're at the 6. 4th down and goal.
Fourth down.
Wow.
Seemed to me it was just first down.
Yeah. Well, got to get it here.
Here, turn it over.
Yep. 6 yards for a touchdown. Got to get it in. Back to pass. Rolling out.
Left. Dumps it down there, and it's going to be short.
Did he catch it? Touchdown!
Wow. Whoa.
What a catch! What a catch!
Isaiah Long.
Isaiah Long with the touchdown catch. Puts him on the board, makes it 40-14. What a nice sustained drive. They go 53 yards, Gary, for the touchdown.
Going to go for 2.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Got nothing to lose on that one. Here we go. 11:02 on the clock. 4th quarter just underway.
Carroll back, rolls right, looks, throws, underthrown, and incomplete.
Way short on that one.
The attempt for the extra 2-point conversion on the pass fails. Timeout. Just underway in the 4th quarter. It's now 40 for Cambridge Springs, 14 for Cochranton. Let's pause for 60.
From home to school and back again, Girardi LP has safely transported students in the Cochranton area for over 60 years. Whether you need a bus for wedding parties, birthday celebrations, engagement parties, class reunions, whatever your next transportation needs are, considering calling Girardi LP. Girardi LP is glad to support all Cochranton athletes. We are delivering the future. Girardi LP, 7619 Vincent Road, Cochranton. Phone 425-3603, 425-3603 for Girardi LP. Bausch's service station in Cambridge Springs now carries Cam Tool racing fuel to go on with non-ethanol gas. Bausch's is your full service station with state inspections, most general repairs, and power flushes radiators. Bausch's service station, 201 Venango Avenue in downtown Cambridge Springs. Phone 398-2782 for reliable and friendly service. Bausch's service station, downtown Cambridge Springs. Right back here at Cochranton, and Cummings will now kick off for the Cards. Their second touchdown of the night. And the kickoff is away.
Nice kick.
That is taken by Washington. Washington finds a hole. 35-40. 45. Still going and stopped. Brought down hard at the 45-yard line.
Well, he's carrying about 2 of the Cardinals with him.
Nice return.
Hey, took it at the 16. Where are they going to spot? 45?
Standing on the 45.
All right. Ball placed at the 45. Here it is, 1st and 10. Great field position, great return for the Blue Devils.
See what they can do now.
Yeah, up 40-14. 4th quarter, 10:53 remaining. Handoff.
Appleby gets that ball off to Ken, and Ken is going to take the ball right to the 45-yard line. He gets upended right there.
Getting his way up to the line of scrimmage, and he is tackled right at the goal line.
And they may give him one to the 45.5-yard line. That's about all he got there.
Yeah. He got back to the original line of scrimmage.
They give him a good pop there, Gary.
Yeah, he did. And then he turned around and helped him back up. So.
There you go. You can't beat that. Good sportsmanship.
Yep, absolutely. Ball right back, 2nd and 10.
They may have got a couple feet on that one there. Breaking tackles this time and running for a good yardage. Right straight up the middle. and the ball is taken that time by Preston Gorton. He'll have the ball right about that first down yardage, and I think he's got it.
We got a flag down, though.
What else is new?
Yeah, back here at the 38, 37. This one may be marched back. Let's wait for the call.
Lakeview is coming back, now trail 28-20 to the hands of Mercer. That's probably close to being the fourth quarter. Let's get the indication from the official. We will get personal foul, Cambridge Springs. And the word is from Darrell back at the station, 9 minutes remain in the Lakeview Mercer game. Thank you very much, Darrell. Right now we have 10:06 to go. That's 5 to go here in this
15 yards.
And in the ball game, Cambridge with a good lead of 40-14.
They've had 4 personal fouls that have cost them 60 yards.
That's about 85 for the night, isn't it?
Interference on a receiver, it cost them 15.
Yeah.
And they had a holding. So we got a total of 85 yards they got in penalties, the Blue Devils. Something you do not want. All right, let's try it again.
In any game, especially with the upcoming playoffs.
Yeah.
Running room over the right side, still going. And finally brought down. A nice carry that time by Preston Gorton.
And he picked up his first down.
Yes, he did. Ball will be down to the 46-yard line of Cochranton.
Number 14 is Preston Gordon. Picks up a first down. Aiden Gooch on the tackle.
Ball up to the 46. 1st and 10 for the Blue Devils.
This time up the middle, fine.
First down
good
again.
Running room. This is Josh Gorton.
Man.
He'll have the ball inside the 40. He'll be spotted down at about the 36-yard line.
Well, you said they were averaging 8 yards a carry. They're getting about 10 now.
Yeah.
About a foot shy of a first down. I thought he had it. 2nd and a foot. So close.
40-14, Cambridge Springs here. Fourth quarter, 9:10 remains. Appleby hands that ball off. Left tackle. Preston Gorton again. Take the ball to the 30-yard line. Another first down, Cambridge Springs. As they did early in the second half, moved right down the field, big chunks of real estate, and they're doing it right now. They started this series on their own 45-yard line. They're at the Cochranton 29.
Brought down by Lee, 51. Brought down.
Full house backfield. Appleby under center, but whistles. Hands the ball to Kenya, but they'll stoppage in play.
Illegal motion.
Against Cambridge Springs.
Yep. Well, that's only 5.
Ball start. Only 5, not 15 or 10. But it still puts them at 90, right, Gary?
Yeah, 90 yards in penalties.
Yikes.
That's a lot.
Broadcast brought to you in part by Greg Newell Welding, Cambridge Springs.
Don't forget Edinburgh football tomorrow.
IUP on the road. Cool 101.7, the broadcast begins at 1 o'clock.
Tim Shaw.
Back to pass. Rolling. Appleby dumps it off.
Wide open.
Wide open. 20, 15, 10, and finally brought down. 23 on the catch for the Cambridge Springs Blue Devils. Tristan Mazzardo with the catch. 1st and goal to go. Brought to you by inside the red zone, McCandless Ford locations in Meadville and Mercer.
Threatening again. Ball at the 6-yard line. 1st and goal, as Chuck said. 8:10 on the clock. Here come the Blue Devils up 40-14.
Run this hash mark to the right. Candy has got it. Candy breaking tackles, dives.
Did he get it?
To the end zone.
Touchdown.
The Blue Devils tack on another one. Candy with the touchdown. That's his first of the night.
46-14.
Preston Gorton a touchdown. Washington a couple touchdowns tonight for the Blue Devils. And also quarterback Appleby with a touchdown. Big night for the Blue Devils.
Now they're setting up for a kick.
Tristan to do that.
No, is that
No, it looks 68's out there now.
68. I don't have a 68.
Ball set down. The kick is up on its way, but it is off.
Is it good?
It is good. Timeout on the field. Cambridge Springs moves ahead.
That's 60. 6-0.
So Cambridge Springs pulls ahead in this one now, 47-14. We'll take this 30-second timeout. We'll be right back. Right back here at Cochranton High School. Chuck Stopp, Gary Patton, Joe Vilke. Cool TV tonight. Final score in from Mercer. They have upset Lakeview 28-20. That is a final.
Wow.
Who would have thunk that after we watched them last week?
It's a good thing. Good thing I'm not a gambling person. Wow.
Well, if Cambridge Springs wins here, and they're well on their way, back to a tie for first place in the region. Kickoff is short, grabbed over the 40, out close maybe to the 45-yard line. See who returned out for the Cardinals. And that was Carroll returning it.
60 again on the kickoff. Roster has George Bell, number 60. So here we go. Cards take over. 1st and 10. 47-14. 7:53 remaining in this game. And with Lakeview losing, that is huge for the Blue Devils. Here we go.
Carroll pitches it out once again. Ball is taken. Right side. Not much running room at all. It looked like that was Polk up the gut. So he'll gain 1 yard. That is all. Second and 9. The ball at the 44-yard line of Cochranton, about the 44.5-yard line. Schmidt split to the right. Fake handoff to Cummings, cupping himself. The quarterback, he'll go down. He'll be behind the line of scrimmage and behind the marker.
Number 17.
So he's going to end up losing back to just about the original line of scrimmage.
Bringing up 3rd down and about 11.
Long 10, yep.
Yeah.
About 10 and a half. 6:40 here in the ball game remains in the 4th quarter. Hope you enjoyed it on Cool 101.7, Cool TV tonight. Cambridge Springs sets up their defense. 4-man front.
Back to pass.
He's looking. Just throws it down there, and it is tipped away and incomplete. That is Preston Gorton down there, tipping it away for Cambridge Springs. So it's 4th down for the Cardinals. 6:10 to go. Clock stopped on the incompleted pass. And they'll bring in the punting unit. At least it look like it. Maybe they're in it. Yes, they will.
Or you can fake the punt where you're got nothing to lose.
Cummings will get it out of there. A booming kick.
Nice kick.
They're just going to let the ball roll. And that'll roll in about to the 15-yard line. So it's 1st and 10 for Cambridge Springs. All they have to do is hold on to the football and get out of Cochranton with a victory tonight. Get ready to take on Mercer next week, who upset Lakeview tonight.
That is a huge, I can't tell you how big that is. That's huge. And of course, the Cardinals are on the road to Maplewood. This being their last home game, and of course, as Chuck said, the last 3 games for the Blue Devils are all on the road. Here we go. 6:01 on the clock, 47-14.
And we're going to get a timeout taken by Cambridge Springs.
That's their second timeout.
Let's pause for a moment on Cool and Cool TV. 6:01 to go on this one. 47-14 Cambridge Springs. We'll be right back in a moment.
Patterson's Auto Wrecking in Cochranton has been serving the surrounding area since 1958. They carry used auto and truck parts and a large selection of new aftermarket parts. Patterson's has a variety of used and rebuilt vehicles for sale. Patterson's ships parts across the country. Call 814-425-7415 or toll free 800-822-2028. Open Monday through Friday 8 to 5, Saturday 8 to noon. Patterson Auto Wrecking is located 3 miles south of Cochranton on Old Route 322.
Cambridge Springs on their way to going 5-1 in the region. Cochranton to drop off to 4-2. Cambridge with the ball. Coming up on the 6-minute mark of the 4th quarter. 47-14 they lead. Into the ball game, give you a wrap-up. Give you some final scores. Cross District 10 or partial scores, and that'll be it.
Got a new running back in there, number 1, looks like.
For the Cambridge Springs Blue Devils, and that is Nate Yonkut. Mm-hmm. And he got a touchdown tonight, if you'll remember.
He hadn't had the ball in a while. That's when I looked over there. I'm like, mix it up, give it to some other guys.
So he ends up picking up 3 yards.
Cornerback, wide receiver. Now he's in the backfield, all over the place. Here we go. Hand off again. Here he comes.
On the near side of the field. Down he goes.
Not far.
I think there was a loss on the play, Gary. It looks like they're going to take the ball back almost to the original line of scrimmage. Pick up 3, lose 3.
Yeah, he tried to cut her on the left side coming around the...
In fact, he may have lost 4. It looks like it's about 3rd and about 11.
About 3 of the Cardinals right there to bring him down for a loss. Absolutely, we got 3rd and 11.
Under 5 to go on this one here tonight from Redbird Land. This time, sweeping to the right side.
Oh,
down
wow,
he goes.
Who is that?
That was Washington, number 5 with the carry. Isaiah Long there to bring him down. And Washington's going to pick up maybe about 3 yards.
Yeah, freshman.
He scored a couple touchdowns tonight too, Big Gear.
11 going
Fumble
in and
recovered
out
for 82 and 75-yard run.
Hunter Bennett going in and out, number 11 over on the far side for the Blue Devils.
4th and 7 in a punt situation for Cambridge Springs. And Folk will go back to return.
We have Blake Folk, coach to midfield, receive the punt.
Good snap.
Kick is out of there by Cania. Comes down at the 45 to midfield to the Cardinal 45-yard line. 1st and 10, Cochranton, with 3:35 to go on this one. Cambridge Springs on the victory here tonight. No doubt about that. Started off jumping up quickly. This ball game 14-0 before the fans settled in their seats, Gary.
Yeah.
Cochranton was driving in for a score. Fumbled it away, picked up and ran back. 82 yards, touchdown.
That ball bounced just right. He picked it up on the bounce and never looked back.
All right, here come the Cards. Carroll just flips that ball back to Long. He gets wrapped up and taken down. Taken down by Josh Gorton was in there.
Yep. Number 22 called his name several times.
That we have. Right back to the line of scrimmage. There will be no gain. 2nd down and 10 at the Cardinal 45. Coming up on the 3-minute mark of the ball game here in Cochranton.
He goes out. John Daly's checking in, 43, a freshman for the Blue Devils.
Join us again next week for more high school football on week number 9. Good possibility we may be over in Maplewood with the Cardinals.
2nd down, 10.
Once again, right straight into the line.
Got a little bit,
He
still
goes,
going.
Still going. And he'll be stopped after he falls forward. Cummings that time. Noah Cummings on the carry. Picks up some nice yardage,
Yeah,
maybe
he
about
did.
7 yards.
Drag him down.
He's up close to 60 yards tonight.
3rd and about 2 for the Cards.
2:15 remaining in the game. Cambridge 47, Cochranton 14 on Cool and Cool TV tonight.
Boy, the Blue Devils, what news they're going to get when they get to the sideline and into the locker
Absolutely.
room. Handoff.
Coming to the right
First
side.
down.
Yep. Down to the 40-yard lines. Once again, Noah on the carry.
Carries the 40-yard line. Just shy of it.
Under 2 minutes remains in this contest.
Down for either.
And the Blue Devils will be back tied with Lakeview for first place.
That they will. 1st and 10 Cardinals, $1:35 on a clock. Pitch
And
back.
pitch that ball. Once again, Isaiah Long hit down to the 35. He'll be stopped right there.
It's like number 50 in on the tackle, along with 13.
13, Brandon Hoover.
All right.
That's 13, Brandon Hoover on the tackle.
Hilton
Briggs.
a junior, on the assist. Got a couple new jerseys in there for the Blue Devils.
60 seconds to go in the game. Cambridge brings a winner tonight, 47-14. Maybe 2 more plays.
First
Running
down.
the ball, right tackle.
Did he get the first
breaking
down?
tackles and stopped.
Sure looks like it. First down it is.
This time it is Folk on the carry.
First down, Cardinals.
Chain gang moves. Clock stops at 39 seconds. And they fire it back up once they get in place, and they are.
And the Cardinals in the huddle.
They're gonna let the
They don't
clock.
even have to run another play,
I don't
Gary.
think they're going to run another play. The coach is not sending Noah Cummings in with the play. Noah's at the sideline.
And it is
Everybody's
gonna be all
watching
over.
the clock run down.
And that is going to be it tonight from Cochranton. Cambridge Springs, after losing last week to Lakeview, bounced the Cardinals here tonight to go back into a tie. First place in the region. The final score tonight, Cambridge Springs 47, Cochranton 14. Back and wrap it up on Cool 101.7 and Cool TV after a 2-minute timeout.
From home to school and back again, Girardi LP has safely transported students in the Cochranton area for over 60 years. Whether you need a bus for wedding parties, birthday celebrations, engagement parties, class reunions, whatever your next transportation needs are, considering calling Girardi LP. Girardi LP is glad to support all Cochranton athletes. We are delivering the future. Girardi LP, 7619 Vincent Road, Cochranton. Phone 425-3603, 425-3603 for Girardi LP.
MK Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning is a family-owned and operated business with over 15 years of experience. Corey and his crew can get your problem fixed and you back to living your life in no time. MK services most of Crawford County and Erie County. With their licensed and insured installers and techs, you are guaranteed to get a trained and trusted person every time you call. And they service residential and light commercial. MK is now your local certified carrier dealer. That's MK Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning. Call them at 814-282-4265.
Bausch's service station in Cambridge Springs now carries Chem Tool racing fuel to go on with non-ethanol gas. Bausch's is your full service station with state inspections, most general repairs, and power flushes radiators. Bausch's service station, 201 Venango Avenue in downtown Cambridge Springs. Phone 398-2782 for reliable and friendly service. Bausch's service station, downtown Cambridge Springs.
This is Cool TV.
Well, it's all over on a cool night down here in Cochranton, and the Cambridge Springs Blue Devils come to town after suffering that loss last week to be knocked out of first place, only to win tonight against Cochranton 44, make it 42-14. 48-14, sorry. And the Cambridge Springs Blue Devils go back into a tie as Lakeview lost to Mercer. So a big victory out here tonight for the Blue Devils over the Cochranton Cardinals. Cardinals played tough all night long, but couldn't muster up against the defense and the offense of Cambridge Springs out here tonight and lose with Cambridge Springs well over 300 total yards tonight. Cardinals in with a $135 total. Big night for Cummings for the Cardinals. He rushed for a total of 70 yards. For Cambridge Springs, Appleby a touchdown. Canny with a touchdown. Washington had a couple touchdowns for Cambridge Springs. Another one for Preston Gordon. It was all said and done. It is a Cambridge Springs victory, Big Gary.
Well, no doubt about it. Like you said from the get-go, 8:04 was 8-0. 4:39 was 16-0 into the second quarter. At 8:12 they scored again, 24-0, 32-0. Finally the Cards come back. They scored with 1:49 in the half. At 32-8 was your halftime score. Into the third, all of a sudden the Blue Devils scored again at 8:21. It was 40-8. And then Cardinals had scored 40-14 and 47-14. They scored. Blue Devils again. There's your final 47-14. Big win for the Blue Devils. And, of course, kind of a double win for them because they're going to find out that Lakeview lost tonight to Mercer. That's huge right there. So there you go. It's like winning a doubleheader.
All right, once again, next week for Cochranton, they will be at Maplewood to conclude their regular season and then look forward to the upcoming playoffs if they can make it in. And for Cambridge Springs, they're on the road to Mercer next week in week number 9. And once again, a reminder, tomorrow we have Borough football, Fighting Scots. They'll be traveling to IUP, 2 o'clock kickoff pregame with Tim Shaw. Begins at 1 o'clock. And then Joe Ladowski, he'll have the play-by-play at 2 o'clock. Couple scores, and these are the only finals we have so far. It looks like, well, actually the only one we have is Lakeview 28 losing to Mercer 28-20, and Meadville was ahead of Franklin 28 at the last report. But once again, the final score here, Cambridge Springs over the Cochranton Cardinals, as we have a couple more minutes to hang on here before we hit it back to the station, Big Air.
Well, I look at some stats here real quick. I'll start with Cochranton. In the first half, they were 1 for 6 in passing. They did have the one turnover, cost them a touchdown, and then 2 points on top of that. They had 5 first downs in the first half. They only had 2 penalties. They had 2 penalties in the whole game, and they were in the first half 2 penalties for a total of 15 yards. Into the second half, they were 2 for 4. They ended up 3 for 10 in the passing. No turnovers in the second half. 6 first downs in the second half. 5, 11-year total right there.
All right. Well, as the players go off of the field here, down here, we had what we thought was might be an injury, but thank goodness it was not an injury. One of the Cambridge Springs players, he's on the ground for about 15 minutes. Thought they was going to call the ambulance, but then they decided he wasn't going to. Got up on his feet, walked off of the field, and that was good news for Cambridge Springs and everybody here in Cochranton.
Absolutely. With everything that had gone on with concussions and all that, to be safe, they had him down. The team went out there and went over him. Finally, he stood up, stand up, and everybody went nuts. It was great to see he was okay. Both sides of this field, applause. Both teams went out, congratulate him. Awesome sportsmanship there. Great to see that. It was just heartwarming to see that from both sides. Look at some stats here real quick for the Blue Devils here. In the first half, 3 for 5 in passing. They did have the one turnover on the kickoff we saw, and the Cardinals couldn't cash in on that one. 4 first downs. Into the second half, they ended up 1 for 1, so they were 4 for 6 in passing. They only had the one turnover. They tacked on 7 more first downs with the 4 they had. 11-year total there. Penalties is the huge thing. 4 penalties, 15 yards each for 60 yards first half. Tacked on 3 more for 30 yards, a total 90 yards in penalties. Can't have that when you get in the playoffs.
Absolutely not. All right, we're going to wrap it up here. I want to thank Darrell Ray back at the station. Stay tuned. The post-game show continues now. Tim Shaw will be giving you all the scores and tell you what happened throughout District 10. I want to remind you tonight's broadcast brought to you in part by Patterson Auto Wrecking, Girardi LP, MK Plumbing, Heating, and AC, Boucher's Service Station, ZombieFightNight.com, McCandless Ford, locations in Meadville and Mercer. They present the Red Zone. Howard Hanna, Bainbridge Kaufman Real Estate, Walker Brothers Chevy, Craig Newell Welding, along with Flicks TV and Appliance, Armstrong, Westbury United Methodist Retirement Community, and by the area shopper. For Joe Vilke and for Gary Patton, Chuck Stopp saying so long. Cambridge Springs wins it 47-14 over Cochranton.
Thank you, people, for listening and viewing in.
This has been a WMVL Cool 101.7 FM sports presentation. Good night from Cochranton. Have a great weekend.
From the award-winning studios of Cool 101.7 Radio. Celebrating 50 years in your ears, we introduce Cool TV, live streaming of local sports and community events. Cool TV, streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, and at cool1017online.com.